The following program is meant for adult audiences only. If you are easily offended, you are choosing to be offended by continuing to watch. If jokes upset you, whether bad or good, you might end up crying. Being a bitch in life is difficult, I imagine, but you must find a way to continue. For all the haters and lurkers, hope you enjoy the show. For the bigot army, enjoy the show. Don't be a pussy.
あーにゃんち
そうだ。
テレビ
つけてもいいぞ。
冒険アニメ
よりによって
サイレンサー付きの拳銃だと
ワクワク
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call
the Grifter Zone.
Oh, you found your moo.
My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's 'cause Jesus Christ is.
Man, I want to get drunk in a hotel room with you.
That might be taken
Crazy.
out of context.
Gay, gay, gay.
Oh. No. How is it my fault? What? The bracket gifted this and I'm immediately called an anti-Semite? Come on, dog.
Bruh.
What are these characters? Nazi furry? Hypno, why would you do this to me? Said, welcome to Goonergate. Protect your booty hole.
What's up, nerds? It's Alyssa Mercante, Kotaku senior editor, and
nobody even wants you here.
And I would take her to Chili's, maybe. You know, like, genuinely, I just want the best for her. Genuinely.
Listen, if it was consensual and you didn't hate the Jews, I'd fuck the shit out of you. I would.
What did he say? People are gonna clip that. You know that I don't.
Clip it. I know you don't. Come on. But that's the thing. Why can't we have fun?
Bruh.
That's an interesting way of putting. That makes sense.
He's jealous. Fuck yeah. Been knew I was that bitch. I didn't need a man to tell him to fuck.
And Hypnotic again, member for 1 month. Thank you. Enjoy First Berserker. What's that black stuff between an elephant's toes? Slow natives. Wait.
Wild.
Yeah. On the other end of the spectrum. Yes.
Okay.
I'd say that goes out of dad into dark, but sure, yeah.
Definitely dark.
Somebody replies and it says, "This is embarrassing." And he says, "Not as embarrassing as your take on trans kids. It was not researched. It was cruel and it had no basis in facts. So forgive me if I don't take all your takes that seriously." Who's this person?
Bruh.
Look at the fucking thumbnail. God of Cock Meltdown. Oh my God, look at this. Oh man. Yeah, sure. Trans kids, for sure, man.
Right, but you're giving an opinion on an article with a headline that's inflammatory. So the fact that you're giving an opinion on what's on screen,
Did I focus on the inflammatory nature of the headline?
Well, can I assume that everything in this article you would agree with?
You shouldn't assume. It makes an ass out of yourself and me.
Okay, so
down his timeline, you're gonna see a lot of ass and titties. Okay, me on my Twitter timeline, you ain't gonna see none of that. As a matter of fact, like I can show you, I can scroll down my entire news feed on Twitter. Why would you ruin my point? I'm trying. God damn. Why would you ruin it? I didn't do that. I don't know who this chick is. Why would you do that? I can't even edit it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Someone you love been canceled? Have you been the target of online harassment because of something you said or refused to be compelled to say by the mob? Did you mistakenly think you could be an individual, form your own opinions, and keep all of your friends? Did your social credit score tanked because you had a conversation with, subscribe to, or follow someone who suffers from wrongthink? Have you been called a literal Nazi because you think taking care of one's physical health is important? Have you tried apologizing for your transgressions only to find out you actually poured gasoline on the they-them flames? Have you ever had a politically incorrect thought or, heaven forbid, made an off-color joke? Well, we here at the Office of the Cancelled are here for you. As a member of the club, we offer exclusive trading cards, flak jackets, lapel pins, access to bomb shelters, as well as audio tracks from based artists that are sure to pump you up for a day at the range and get some of that much-needed 2A therapy. Remember, folks, you're only canceled if you let yourself be canceled, and every one of those collectivist NPCs can go fuck themselves.
Eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat.
I'll wait some time because the longer we wait, like the more realistic it'll be, you know, when he comes back to life. The touch of the black man in a woke story. The God hand shining down, shining upon thee. White man as you lay down. This white man and couple in background. Understand the power of a black man is a God hand.
Pro-black Twitter
I breathe life into you. One touch is not enough from greatness. One touch from the black man. Watch me do it again. Kneel and be amazed at the touch of the black man. I bring life. I bring life.
Pro-black Twitter hoes.
That's right! That's right!
Robocock, don't clip that, no!
Bruh.
Oh God, that's getting clipped.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Oh shit. I was doing so good tonight too.
Drops, retard. Robocock.
Break out the bonus.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Hypnocast. That's right, we are live, boys. We're going to dive down the rabbit hole that is known as the internet. But before we do that, you got to bring it in close. No, we're not. Hypno subathon starts now. No, we're not doing a subathon. Shout out to Phil Espa, though. I appreciate that, bro. Bring it in close. Come on, man. We got to hug it out. We got to fucking old man Cad. Oh, my God. Old man Cad. Every goddamn day. Every day, old man Cad is putting his dick in the fucking pumpkins.
Do not touch the fucking pumpkin.
He never listens. He never listens. Well, regardless, while he's doing that and everybody else is hugging it out, bring it in close and listen very closely. If you're watching on YouTube, like the stream. Like it. Like it. If you're watching on Rumble, like the stream. If you're watching on Twitter, like the post. And if you are watching anywhere else right now, you got a pumpkin pregnant. So like the stream. And strap up. Don't let it happen to you. Can I get a mic check, please? Mic check, titty check, balls check. What are we checking, man? What are we checking today? Old man Cad needs supervision check? I agree. I can't believe this man has gone this long without supervision. It's unbelievable. But what else are we checking? Impregnation pumpkin check? Oh, my God. Punctured vine check? Ouch. Cup check? Ninja Gaiden check? Back grabber check? Duck off check? Totally not playing Uma. What is that? Uma Masumi Pretty Derby Party Dash check. That's a long fucking name, bro. The Japanese need to chill. They need to chill with the way that they name their video games and their manga lately. I'm telling you, it's fucking unbelievably long. What else are we checking? They're off to see the real fake wizard. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Pumpkin Queen elf porn check. Wow. Dr. Umar check. Driving check. Great game check. Funds on hold for 5 days check. Auto Worlds 2 with a question mark check. I'm cold check. Oh, that means the nipples are massive right now. General So's chicken check. Nice. Can we touch turkeys next month? Oh, we're going to make a turkey. You will not touch the fucking turkey. Just like you're not supposed to touch the pumpkin in October, you will not touch the turkey in November. But just wait. Just wait. Imiru being touch check. Hack and slash, I like check. Game 7, a heart attack every inning check. Wow. Queerness is good this check. Oh, my God. All right, guys, listen, our ESG scores are at their maximum. We are fully funded. Like the stream, boys. Like the stream. Like the stream. Let's do the Bigot Army roll call. Let's see who is in the chat right now. Aside from former Kotaku Yuridalas, Black Samurais, and unfortunately did exist at one point but no longer do. And people that apparently are planning to already touch the turkey, and we're not even in November. That's unbelievable, bro. Like, what are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? Why are we touching the turkey already? We got Madmax, Magni, Tim Grove, Drake, Ali Kusanagi, Fluffy Murder Machine. What's up, Fluffy? How you doing, man? We got Abhorrent Soul over on Rumble. Get ready to slap that turkey. Oh, my God, bro. Oh, my God, bro. Like, we're not even in November. We just got halfway past October. And you guys are already looking at the come on, man. Nick Havoc, Blue Pumpkin Pussy, 17 Crash, Soul Reaper, Secret Final Boss, Deku Leader, Radio Chimp, Jimmy Collins, Commander Sonok, Speedy Cake. What's up, man? Romanizer, Creepier 07. What's up, Creepier? Black Tailgate, Adam Juman on Rumble, Shinphil, Oliver Adam, more dots, more dots, more dots. Old Man Cad, Adair Soto, Anubis Hentai Hades, Reaper Knight, Taurus Max, Okaifern, Yamato 85, Jeremiah Maxwell. We got Secret Final Boss, Ken Clippy, Abhorrent Soul on Rumble, Jinx Hand, RIP Jinx, by the way. RIP Jinx. Gone too soon. Mr. Melancholy, Elf Girls are the best Isekai girls. Yes, for those of you that are curious, if we do manage to get a red boy, if that person wants, they can summon elf girls to the stream for the first time ever. The clip is finally done. Now we have elf girls in the rotation. That's what, 4 so far? I'm working on others. Don't worry. Lucky 17 Crash. Democulus on Rumble. Crash Collins on Rumble. Phil Espa. Gray Soul 81. We got Inferno Hell Knight. Felstaff. MK3 Kratos. We got Hugo. We got Time Bound Howler. We got Faye. What's up, Faye? We got Jason Altor. Low KC420 on Rumble. Christopher Lloyd. Angmar WK. Grooves Games. Michael Reinhardt. Midnight Mike. Suck my dick. Doodoo Brownies. Soul Reaper. I'm sorry. Soul Burner. King Dimmy Wig. What's up, man? Alucard. CFH 90. Ray Ray the Gray Beard. Electronic Control 3R. We got D Draconic over on Rumble. We got Review Big Cheese 200. 206 Zelda. We got Lionheart. Tanya Raven. Melody Johnson. Nacho Ninja. All right, 4 more people, boys. 4 more people. And then we got to get on with the show. 4 more people. Come on, let's do it. Pizza Cat Elite. What's up, Pizza Cat Elite? How you doing? We got, let me scroll down. Toxin. We got Mog Z. Demon Democracy. Joker JK. D Draconic over on Rumble. Format over on Rumble. We got Somnus. We got God of the Sea. We got Tarnished Gamer. Rob with the question mark. We got Angmar WK. And last but not least, we got Phil Espa, Randall Hess, the Real Life Fake Wizard. That's a good question. Did you all like the stream? Why didn't you like the stream yet? What's wrong with you? Why are you so gay? Why you hate watching? Why? Why? Dragon Knight on Rumble. Matthew Watson, Machine XP, and Deco Leader. Speaking nothing but lies. All right, guys, listen, I called out as many people as I possibly could. Let's sacrifice your fellow Bigot Army member, and let's see who is going to get the massive money shot today, boys. Who is it going to be? Let's find out. We got Soul Reaper 2078. No Thought Police. No Digital ID. No government censorship. Booty hole protected by the Cult of Pain. Common Rider. Zeo. Limit Break. Combo Breaker against Udo Reverse times 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Handy. By the power of the Goon Oil and DSP's Divinity. The next ass grabber, down by 9, will be sent to the Gulag with the medallion to get donkey fucked by Sonichu and Hypno's the gayest homo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Secret Final Boss with maximum diversity. Tells you to go down.
Holy shit.
All right, now this is becoming ridiculous. Now you are banned. You are banned. Anubis Hades, you are banned. After this one, you are banned. Yep, because it's ridiculous. Congratulations to Anubis Hades. You are the recipients of the money shot today.
What the?
Like the stream. Like this stream. All right, boys, listen, we got a lot we got to talk about today. Genuinely, we got a lot we got to talk about today. There's a bunch of fucking funny videos I got to go over. We got Dan Clancy getting caught with his literal probably pants down at this point. Very, very sus video that is going viral right now on Twitter. We got to talk about it. We also got to talk about, I didn't put it in the title, but this is going to be one of the main topics tonight. And it has to be about capitalism. And capitalism when it comes to Obsidian Entertainment. Because apparently this company that hates capitalism so much and makes their video games apparently all about anti-capitalism, especially with the Outer Worlds, is utilizing capitalism in order to sell their video game. So I just figured it would be a really good thing to talk about, really funny thing to talk about. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to cover some other fast topics. Amazon, obviously, the web services for Amazon AWS got completely nuked. 1/3 of the internet went down and out all throughout the world, completely shit on. It was unbelievable. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Final Fantasy IX Remake. We got some updates for that. We're going to talk about a former Blizzard president, Mike Ybarra, throwing some big-time shade at Xbox. We're going to talk about that. And like I said, we got a million fast topics to go over, ladies and gentlemen. We got some duck-off news. I'm excited to talk about that. Can't wait to jump into that game. And we got some information regarding Microsoft's ROG Ally X. You know, the $1,000 console, if you want to call it that. Apparently, it was not up to Xbox. They're not the ones who set the price. It was apparently Asus that set the price, at least according to them. And then we're going to talk about a little bit of a record that Ninja Gaiden 4 has set. And it's probably not what you think, but it's still interesting anyway. So we got a lot we got to go over. There is no retard of the day today because, quite frankly, that tweet that I have on Silent Hill has 1 million retards that anybody can go look at right now. That tweet literally hit or is about to hit 1 million views. Unfucking believable. So no retard of the day, ladies and gentlemen, but we got to do the number one segment on YouTube, the number one segment on Rumble, the number one segment all around the galaxy. This segment is known none other than the pre-stream legend.
Money, print money, cash.
Money.
That's right.
Money, print money, cash.
Money. Well,
Capitalism, raise a bunch of money, more money, heaps and heaps of money, print money, cash.
Money. Well,
Capitalism, raise a bunch of money,
super chat
money.
As salty as the sea, calling us no code names. SJW screaming, but it's money they blame. Burning with envy, they're falling flat. They can't handle the sound of a super chat.
That's right. That's right. We got ourselves a pre-stream legends where we are trying, if we get lucky today, we are trying to hit 477 tier 1s in a row and 166 tier 2s in a row, ladies and gentlemen. Not only that, as you know, the Red Boy goal is live and has been updated with Elf Girls now. Highly requested Elf Girls. If we get lucky, we get a Red Boy today and somebody wants it. They could get a Red Boy and they could want something totally different. So if they do, go yell at them. But if somebody drops a Red Boy and wants some Elf Girls, we'll get it today. Maybe. We'll see. BioT Wolf 19 with a 5. How do you know you've been ghosted? That witching ghoul doesn't text you back. Oh, man. BioT Wolf 19. BioT Wolf 19. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Mr. Melancholy with a 5. Dan Clancy is the male Kathleen Kennedy. Both are incompetent, both failed upwards, and are propped up by their parent companies. You know what's interesting? So what's interesting is that I don't know if I would consider Dan Clancy to be failing upwards because his platform has never been profitable, like ever, literally ever. And I think it's more so just awarding bad behavior. I guess that is failing upwards in a way, but I don't know. With Kathleen Kennedy, I feel like it's a little bit different, but I suppose. But he's running it into the ground. We're going to talk about it. King Demon Wing, the absolute fucking legend, man, with a 5 membership banger.
Let's fucking go! It's a membership banger!
Shout out to King Demon Wing. Thank you so much for the 5 membership banger. And considering you were the first one to do it, you already know what that means. Shout out to King Demon Wing for the 5 memberships. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that, man. And then we got Lurker Supreme. At first, I saw this comment. I thought I was a Red Boy, and I was like, God damn, we're going to have to play a Red Boy quick so goddamn fast. That's insane. That's insane. Lurker Supreme with a massive $50.83 mega.
Here we go! Mucha lucha, mucha lucha. It's a way of life. Mucha lucha.
He said, hashtag for fuck's sakes, cancel Disney Plus. Hashtag fuck Robert De Niro. Hashtag buy my coffee. Hashtag all about the beads. Hashtag I suck at Battlefield 6. Hashtag food of time. Hashtag I am AC plus VTuber. That is a lot. A lot of fucking hashtags. But I read every single one of them. Shout out to Lurker Supreme. Thank you so much for the $50.83. I appreciate that. And then right after that, the man followed it up with a 10 membership mega banger. Shout out to Lurker Supreme.
Let's fucking go! It's a membership banger!
Shout out, bro. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Fucking legend. Then we got Tanya Raven with a 2. Hello, Hypnotic. Have you gotten your colonoscopy? No, not quite. Not quite. But I'm sure you might have. Maybe. Dark Obsidian with a $9.99. I agree. Listen to his words.
Do not touch the fucking pumpkin.
I agree. I agree. Shout out to Dark Obsidian. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. And then we got Anubis Hades with a 2. Says, we Canucks ate out our turkey last week, wet and moist. That is insanity. Insanity. Shout out to you. Trey Burkhalter with a 5. $5. As the world burns down around us, Florida man AG is now going after Roblox. We're all beginning to heal? Maybe. Not right now. No. Not right now. Not in my opinion. But maybe in some areas, but for the most part, no, not right now. Monkey Man 04 with a 5. A new virus is making people for 80s bands, and it's a big problem because no one knows the cure. Oh, man. God damn it. Shout out to Monkey Man. Nonstop with a 5. He says, when do you go at 100% no-hit speedrun Ninja Gaiden 4 on the hardest difficulty on stream? You could do it, right? Never. Like literally never. Literally never. You want to know why? Because content has to flow, and I can't sit there playing the same game over and over and over and over and over again in the hopes to complete it 100%. I'll save that for off stream. Which, speaking of, I'm nearly complete with First Berserker. I'm almost there. Almost there. Tanya Raven with a 2. Yep, I had a colonoscopy 3 years ago. Felt nothing. I thought you were going to say it felt great or something. Golden Apples with the $1.99. And all he says is the following.
Good moo! Oh, you found your moo.
Shout out to Golden Apples for the $1.99. I appreciate that, bro. All right, moving over to Rumble. Let's see what's going on over at Rumble. We got Torinol becoming a member. All on his own. Shout out to Torinol. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, brother. Then we got Sirloins with a 10. I have humped the pumpkin, dicked down the turkey, plowed the snowman, and gaped the Chinese New Year's dragon.
Holy shit.
Alrighty then. Sirloins with $1. Smash JT still tries to plug in wireless controllers. I feel like Smash JT is the kind of guy to show up to the gas station with a Tesla and then wonder where the gas cap is. You know what I mean? That kind of a thing? Maybe. Who knows? Allegedly. Of course. Allegedly. All right, boys. We are fully caught up everywhere. Thank you guys so much for the insane pre-stream support. We are nearly at tier 1 already. Close. Semi-close. So hopefully we could get there and maybe get to tier 2 in the meantime. Let's cover some fucking topics, shall we? But first, we are going to start off with some funny stuff. Because why not? I mean, that's the whole point, right? Let's start off with some funny stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, TwitchCon is still a disaster. It's always going to be a disaster. even though they try to convince you the entire place is super safe. I assure you, they're not even safe from themselves. Watch the amazing content that goes down at TwitchCon. Watch what people pay money to go do. It's amazing.
This is totally doable. Give me a second.
Oh, nice.
Hello, friend.
She's trying to get a bubble through a square. Right? She's trying to get a bubble through a square because that's like really top tier content. I mean, to be honest with you, I really have no words. I have no words. However, if you're probably asking yourself, well, Hypnotic, what the fuck? Where's the funny? I don't see the funny. I don't understand. Where's the funny? You think this is funny? You think this is funny, Hypnotic? Are you that fucking gay?
You still have 90 seconds. You're good. You're good.
Are you
Now that's funny. That's funny. Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm fine. Okay, let's get some paper towel. Okay, we're good.
Oh, she's gonna go down again?
It's too wet.
We need a medic. We need a medic. She's down. She's down and out. We need a medic. She slipped on some bubbles. Asian down. Let's watch this in slow motion. Whew. You can see her slipping right around here. She fucking literally did a slide around the table. Look at that. Slip and slide. Oh, that's the face of like, yep, it's over. It's over. That's the face of, gravity has left you. Oh, gravity has left you and it is over. Now, did she hit her head? I hope she didn't hit her head. Let me see. Oh, that hurt. Oh, that hurt. We need a medic. We need a medic. Oh, right on the fucking edge of that. Oh, right in the neck. Ouch. She hit the spiky part of the fucking table, right in the back of the neck, in the sweet spot. Yeah, that's gonna be a bad. Oof, bro. Even the ass bumped up. Look at that. Her ass took the fall. Look, she propped right up. Look at that. She caught some hang time right here. Look at this. I don't know if you can tell in the video, but she's a good like half an inch off the ground. That booty took. Oh my god, took all the fall. Oof. That's crazy. You got to be very careful with that, lady. We need a medic. Look at her face. Look at this. I don't know if you can see the smile, but the smile leaves her face right around here. Homeboy over here is unfazed until she drops. He thought it was part of the act. Even when she drops, he still doesn't care. Oh, the face of pain. She is literally screaming. And then now she's finally shocked. She's like, oh my God. Oh my God. Right? At least it wasn't the foam pit. Could have been worse. Zero Song says, what is this? So this is really good content at TwitchCon. This is what people pay for at TwitchCon. There's a reason why they don't show the crowd, obviously. Oh, I can't. The face of pain. That sucks. Anyway, good for her for coming out, but she's ballsy, man. She could have slipped and slide too. That's crazy, bro. Anyway, okay, let's move on. Let me X out of this. Good old Twitch, man. Good old Twitch. We got some more funny videos. Have you guys heard that there is a protest called No Kings? The No Kings protest, right? Where the non-organization that somehow always gets organized, Antifa, decided to get together and kind of, do this protest. Have you guys seen this? So I thought I would show you the extent of, I guess you could say, the tolerant people. This is the No Kings protest. Here we go. This is going to be extremely civil.
with a shirt
that says for Charlie.
Because I advocate for free speech, and I
Okay, if you
absolutely love
free speech, wear a shirt that says free speech. Wear a shirt that says promote free debate. Free press.
You get triggered because it has Charlie on there, right?
Because he was a racist, because he was a misogynist, and that means that you are too.
Oh my god, bro. The eyes. Oh. Oh, holy shit. Look at that. Oh, I could literally see the demon. And it's crazy. I'm not even religious. I can see the fucking demon in her. Bro, look at that shit. It's coming out. It is coming out right now. Holy shit. Boys, that is nightmare fuel. I am going to screenshot this. Yep. Okay. Screenshot of that for future thumbnail usage. I don't know when, but I will.
And that means that you are too, because you support him. Get out! Get out of here! He hated people.
This will be my face. I feel like this would be the majority of us. We'd be literally fucking laughing our asses off. Like, what is going on, bro? Are you okay? Are you okay?
Yeah, just he hated anyone that wasn't white, that wasn't male, that wasn't straight. With a shirt.
Wait, what did she say? Wasn't what?
He hated anyone that wasn't white, that wasn't male, that wasn't straight.
Oh my god, this is your brain on mainstream media consumption and nothing else. She's saying that Charlie Kirk didn't like anybody that wasn't white, wasn't straight. Like, where did you get this information from? I don't even need you to answer the question because chances are I probably already know. What the fuck? Like, people literally just they believe what they want to believe. And this is what I say, that people shadow box enemies that they make up in their mind. So in all of these people's minds, Charlie Kirk was the enemy because they made it up in their minds. So it has to be true. And then it justifies them losing their fucking shit on somebody who wears a For Charlie shirt. It's like, what are you even doing, bro? But this girl, bro, I feel bad for her. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. She is batshit fucking crazy. Batshit crazy. And it's sad because she looks really young. So, well, fairly young anyway. Oh my god, it gets worse. Oh my god, it gets worse. Look at those eyes. Look at those eyes. Oh my god. She's a skinwalker? Maybe. She's going to end up homeless. I hope she doesn't end up homeless. That would suck. That would suck. I mean, I can't believe the fall from grace that Wendy's has had. I remember when Wendy's was a wholesome place. Now you got Wendy out here acting a fool. Wendy is out here acting a fucking fool, bro. She is losing her collective shit. Damn. Yeah, no, it's possessed, all right. It's definitely possessed. All right, we're gonna X this out. I just wanted to show this to you because again, I just been browsing, finding some of the funniest clips. Here, we got another funny clip. So this is a rare sighting. I don't know if you guys used to watch. Did you guys used to watch Steve Irwin? I used to watch Steve Irwin. I thought he was really funny, by the way. Steve Irwin, actually, they discovered some lost tapes of his that they're starting to post on Twitter. And this is one of them. So let's check this out because Steve Irwin's amazing. This is from Animal Planet. You know, RIP to the legend. He was fucking amazing. Let's check out this lost episode. This is Steve Irwin investigating ceiling birds. Let's see here.
G'day, mates. We're out here on the porch of this lovely home, and inside lives a creature you wouldn't believe. Miss Shaniqua here reckons she's got some ceiling birds roosting right above her living room fan.
Ceiling birds? Crikey, listen to that chatter. How long have you been living with these ceiling birds, mate?
They showed up, maybe 2 years ago? I left the window open one summer. Now it's their house, too.
That's wild, and you've just let them stay?
Yeah, they paid.
Shaniqua, I found them. Look at these beauties. Couple of city pigeons, but check it out. Each one's got a smoke detector gaffer taped straight to the back. Little red LED, still blinking. Must have been roosting up.
Oh shit! Oh my god! I've watched this clip at least 10 times, and it's still It still gets me. It still gets me every fucking time, bro. I gotta watch this again.
We're out here on the porch of this lovely home, and inside lives a creature you wouldn't believe. Miss Shaniqua here reckons she's got some ceiling birds roosting right above her living room fan.
Ceiling birds? Crikey, listen to that chatter. How long have you been living with these ceiling birds, mate?
They showed up, maybe 2 years ago? I left the window open one summer. Now it's their house, too.
That's wild, and you've just let them stay?
Yeah, they paid.
Shaniqua, I found them. Look at these beauties. Couple of city pigeons, but check it out. Each one's got a smoke detector gaffer taped straight to the back. Little red LED, still blinking. Must have been roosting up.
Oh my god, it's amazing, bro. So obviously, I think this is AI. This is not real, or at the very least, it's probably like AI with edited footage or whatever. But it's still fucking hilarious, man. I saw this and I was like, I gotta share it with you guys. This is top tier fucking comedy, bro. Most likely produced with Sora, but I didn't see a what do you call it? A watermark. So hilarious. Hypno, stop it. The sound is disturbing my animals. I'm sorry. All right, let's get into some fast topics now. We did the funny videos. Well, actually, no. There's one that could be considered funny, but it's not. It's actually a fast topic. So, drama alert. And again, you could think what you want to think about drama alert. I feel like everybody has their opinions about drama alert. We all have opinions about drama alert. But what they did here is fucking bullshit. Okay? What they did here is bullshit. And I don't like it because this is falsely targeting people. Right? It's one thing if you're bringing up something that someone actually did, but you are purposefully misconstruing what this person is doing and making it seem like he's a predator. So, especially after what happened at Twitch, like they know exactly what they're doing. So anyway, Drama Alert posted this and said a female Twitch streamer had an insane interaction with a creepy fan at TwitchCon. Now, when I saw that headline, I'm thinking, oh no, not another Amaru situation or something similar to that, right? Like, please don't tell me that's going down. So I go to watch the video. Let me show you guys the video without saying anything.
Oh yeah, that's your the voice. Were you making? No, but I'll take the ring pop. Thank you. Okay, that was a first. Okay. 30 seconds. Holy crap.
So I read that headline and I thought to myself, I'm like, are you serious right now? Like this is what we're calling. Are you really trying to call this guy a fucking creep now? And then here's the most amazing part about this, right? Right here, he tells her as a joke, obviously. So he literally says before he pulls out the ring, he says, as a joke, obviously, will you marry me? That's what he says. He says, as a joke, obviously, will you marry me? Now, obviously, this guy is fucking cringe. This is just it's a typical cringe moment where you meet your favorites, whatever. You know what I mean? But I'm like, dude, are we seriously trying to? Oh my God, bro. This is why when I see things from, Drama Alert or other Twitter profiles that are known to do kind of like bait posts, I look at this and I'm like, bro, this guy said it was a joke. He gave her a fucking ring pop. He was there for like 10 seconds. You know what I mean? Like, this is the most simplest thing in the world. And you're trying to call him a creep. Like, what the fuck, bro? That's unbelievable, bro. I can't believe we have gotten to this point where you have websites like Drama Alert that can call whoever the fuck they want a creep or something really serious, and nothing happens to them. They just say whatever. They say whatever they want. It's like, this is the most innocent shit that I've ever seen in my life. It's not even close to being the same of anything. It's like, bro, if it was a real ring, okay. You know what I mean? If it was like, if the guy didn't take no for it, you know what I mean? Like, there are so many different things. But you could fucking ruin this guy's life. You can literally ruin this guy's life by calling him a fucking creep and putting the video out here like that. Anyway, so, and then people wonder why nobody wants to be social anymore. People wonder why the interaction between men and women is at an all-time low. People wonder why this shit is going down. It's because you got idiots like this that see things like this and they want to claim it's one thing because they know it's going to get them clicks, especially since the whole situation that happened with Imaru is the reason why this post even exists. Because if it wasn't for Imaru, he would not have made this post. Straight up. Straight up. Because Imaru's situation is trending right now on Twitter, that's the reason why he made this post. Female Twitch streamer has an insane interaction with creepy fan at TwitchCon. That is the only reason why it exists. Bro, this is why people just don't fucking talk to each other anymore. Flat out. It's sickening, man. The social aspect of the internet, the social aspect of the world in general has completely died because of shit like this. It's unfucking believable. It really is unfucking believable. I saw this. I really saw this and I clicked this and I really thought something bad happened. And then I looked at it, I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me, bro. This is why I don't follow Drama Alert. But every once in a while, their posts show up on my homepage because obviously it's trending or whatever. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Anyway, so I just wanted to share this with you so that you guys, you know, if you see this video, leave a comment. Leave a comment. Be like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Why are you even remotely trying to make this guy seem like a creepy fucking stalker or whatever the case would be? The guy did a ring pop. He said it was a joke. He grabbed his shit and he left right after, and they laughed about it. They literally laughed about it, bro. He was pulling an in real life anime scene just as a joke. He knew he was on camera. The camera's pointing right at him. This phone is pointing right at him. You got two cameras pointing right at him. He knew what he was doing. It's fucking crazy, bro. Anyway, this shit pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie to you. This shit pissed me off. It's fucking dumb. All right. Let's talk about this. I don't know if you guys saw this post. I didn't get to talk about this yesterday. I saved it for today. I saw this post and it says, congratulations to Vader FN and Nina. The Milk Cup 2025 champions. So apparently the Milk Cup, which is such a weird name, by the way, I'm sure there's another connotation to it, but it's like you're naming something that's supposed to be for all women. The Milk Cup. Are we serious? Are we serious, TwitchCon? Fortnite? Are we serious? Anyway. So the Milk Cup is supposed to be for all women. It's an all-women Fortnite tournament that was held at TwitchCon. You know who won the tournament? One woman and one creature.
Holy shit.
So a man won the tournament for the all women's event. That is amazing. It makes it extra hilarious that the one person here who can't produce milk naturally is the one that won the Milk Cup. I mean, the jokes literally write themselves at this point. The jokes literally write themselves at this point. So let's check out the video. There is a video. Let's see what we got here. Let me put the volume up. Yep, here we go.
I'm just so happy right now.
Yo, W Nina, bro.
Vader, one last question for you. Coming into something like the Milk Cup Championship, a place for women, you know, made by women, for women.
Yo.
What does it mean to be here now, standing here as the winner of a place like this that is about the presence of women in esports?
I think that it really shows.
Bro, she said of women, for women, by women, bro.
Standing here.
Let me go back. Let me go back.
The Milk Cup Championship, a place for women, you know, made by women, for women.
For men. Wait. For women, made by women, for women. You just repeated yourself, bro. You know why she's repeating herself? Let me explain why she's repeating herself. Because she is nervous. Okay? You want to know why she is nervous? Because she has to walk on eggshells interviewing this person to make sure she does not say a single word wrong. That is the reason why she's repeating herself. That is the reason why she won't even look this fucking guy in the face. She won't even look him in the face. Look at this. She looks and she's like, oh shit, let me look away. Oh, let me look away. Let me just look away from everything and everybody. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, she is scared. She is scared, which is the reason why she is dancing on eggshells right now. Because if she knows, is God forbid she says the wrong pronoun, God forbid she says anything like that, like she's fucked. She's fucked. They're gonna try to cancel her. That's why this dude, whoever this is, Xset or whatever, he laughed when she said the whole 4 women thing. He was like, huh, okay. You know what I mean? Because it's so obvious. And then she has to pretend like she's happy. She's not fucking happy, bro. This is the fakest smile I've ever seen in my life. She's like, I'm so happy. Yeah. All right, go talk to the dude now. While I go sit in the corner here and pretend like I'm for this shit. But I got to be real with you. We talked about this, what, like a year ago? Maybe less than that. When the whole trans thing really started like kicking off and they were trying to fight for the right to be in the same bathroom as women. And I said it before and I'll say it again. I know there's a lot of women in this chat, so shout out to you ladies. You ladies are based. I understand that. But I want to make it very clear that, unfortunately for you guys, your species, the female species, or whatever you want to call it, are fucking retarded. You guys are self-sabotaging your own selves, right? And even though the base ladies in this chat are not doing that, unfortunately, you guys are surrounded by absolute idiots that are so scared to speak out against anything that you, or they, I should say, are ruining everything for you. They are ruining everything for you. I'm sorry. That's just the fucking truth. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Women are women's worst enemy. Women advocate for this shit. They celebrate it. They go on social media and they say this is a real woman. They lie to themselves and they lie to you because they're so scared of confrontation. Most women are so scared of confrontation. This is why you guys get paid less. It's part of it. The reason why women get paid less is because they don't negotiate as hard as men, because they're scared of confrontation. Okay? It's a fucking fact. Whether people want to hear it or not, I don't really care. It's a fact. Women don't negotiate. Women are scared of confrontation a lot of the time compared to men, and they don't want to rock the boat. Especially in a situation like this where you're in a corporate setting, right? You don't want to rock the boat. You rather get people, they want people to like them, right? This is what women want. Women want people to like them. Women want people to love them and like them and give them the attention and all that shit. They're less likely to be like, fuck you. Very less likely, right? At least in this situation. So that is the reason why whenever I see something like this, I can't get mad anymore. I can't get frustrated anymore. I used to. You guys know. I used to. Probably like a year and a half ago or something like that. I used to get really fucking pissed. I used to get mad when I would see girls get passed up because dudes want to compete against women because they're fucking pussies. You know what I'm saying? Like, I cannot get mad anymore. Because, unfortunately, a lot of women are advocating for this. And there's only one way out. There's only one way out. And the only way out is not through the help of a man. The only person who's going to get women out of this are women. That's it. Only women are going to get themselves out of this. And it looks like the majority of them don't want to get out of this. So the majority of them are willing to let men take opportunities away from them as long as they don't rock the boat. That's basically it. So, yeah, I mean, again, it's insane, but this is where we're at. This is where we're at, sadly. Look how miserable she looks, bro. You really mean to tell me she's happy? She just participated in winning a tournament and she looks miserable, bro. She looks miserable. What are we doing? How many women did this guy... anyway, I'm not even going to bother. Like I said, I'm not even going to bother because women advocate for this shit. I'm not even going to bother, bro. Not even going to bother. Exactly, yeah. You don't feel bad women wanted this? Yeah, I agree. Not all women. Not all women, but unfortunately, the majority do. So Smash JT has a chance to win a trophy? Yeah, he does. He does. All right, let's talk about Dan Clancy. Let's talk about Mr. Clancy. Then we're going to move on to some gaming topics. There is a video going viral right now about Dan Clancy. And honestly, what do you even say? What do you even say? What do you even say? So I saw this post and it says from this account Troopa, Twitch CEO Dan Clancy didn't know he was on a stream and was caught on FaceTime hanging out with a girl who is at least 40 years younger than he is. Dan is 61 years old. Okay. So number one, I'm going to preface this and say that as long as she's over 18, obviously he's not doing anything illegal. However, and this is the big however, okay? This is the CEO of Twitch that is hanging out with these streamers. That is a big no-no, okay? That is a conflict of massive interest that you should not be doing as the CEO of Twitch. And the truth is that this is not the first time this has been caught. This is not the first time this has happened, right? Not illegal, but still gross. Oh yeah. So again, I want to preface the reason why I say it's not illegal is because when I cover this, I want to make sure we get the facts right. This is not illegal, right? Because people take gross and they try to pass it off as illegal. And I just want to make sure people understand the difference. However, this is the CEO of Twitch fucking around with female streamers from the company that are obviously using Dan Clancy as a means to bolster their career. Let's be fucking real. Let's be fucking honest, okay? Let's be absolutely honest. These girls are utilizing his position of power to bolster their streaming careers and to maybe get partner or whatever, like faster or promotion or front page or whatever. Like it's a meal ticket. Exactly. It's a meal ticket. This is nothing that doesn't happen anywhere else in Hollywood, bro. This is literally Hollywood every day. It happens all the fucking time, right? Not that it makes it right, but I'm just saying like this happens all the time. But Dan is the face of Twitch from an executive standpoint. He is the literal face of Twitch. And for him to be getting caught like this is crazy. Like on a live stream, that's crazy. That is crazy, right? So anyway, let me show you the clip. You guys make up your mind for yourselves here.
Wait, there's Dan Clancy. Show me Dan Clancy again.
No.
Tell Dan Clancy we said what's.
There's no way.
Wait, Dan Clancy, do you know who I am? Wait, let me ask. That's literally him. Wait, Dan. Wait, Dan Clancy.
Show Daniel Clancy.
Wait, Dan.
Dude, I literally just saw Dan Clancy. On my soul, I did.
Did you see him, Nate?
I fucking saw his ass.
Wait, there's Dan Clancy. Show me Dan Clancy again.
Oh, no.
Shit.
Tell Dan Clancy we said.
So he didn't understand. He didn't understand that he was on a live stream. He thought that they were just on a FaceTime and that's it. Because Dan wants to be one with the kids. I don't know why, but Dan wants to be one with the fucking crowd. Like, I feel like Dan is doing this for fame and to be like, I don't know. He's got to be in a midlife crisis or something. I really don't know. But he thought he was just on a FaceTime. And the moment the guy pointed to the camera, you can see Dan Clancy. The moment the guy pointed to the camera, they pull the camera away. She's at least smart enough to pull the fucking camera away once he shows his live stream, Dan Clancy, right? Now, unfortunately, it's really bad footage, but you know, there's no doubt that that's Dan Clancy, 100%. And you could tell that she's like, "What the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you doing this?" So hey, listen, girl, get your bag, man. Get your bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, get your bag, because listen, it doesn't matter how we feel about it. It doesn't matter how I feel about it. It doesn't matter how you feel about it. All that matters is how the girl feels about it and how Amazon feels about it. Because Amazon is going to be the one that's going to have to co-sign this. So if Amazon co-signs it and the girl co-signs it, well, there you go. That's where we're at. That's where we're at. So you wonder how many he slayed, bro. I'm telling you right now, he probably can't get his dick up very easily. But I'm telling you right now, Dan Clancy has mega fucked. I gotta tell you, it's probably hundreds of streamers. If I had to be real, probably hundreds of streamers, probably dudes too. Who knows? Who knows at this point? It could be anything. But considering he's the CEO of Twitch, I gotta imagine it's probably a good amount, maybe. But again, that's all allegedly based on the actions that I see him do. Soul Reaper says, "I'm no longer hungry. Thanks, Hip." I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it. If we get a Red Bull, I'll show some elf girls and that'll make you hungry again. Don't worry. Abhorrent Soul on Rumble says he's blue pilled. That's crazy. Literally in 2 ways, by the way. Gunblade says, now that I'm older, I realize how retarded I was when I was younger. So what the fuck would I want to go back to being a retard? Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. Every single one of us was retarded when we were younger. And we thought that we knew everything. You know what I mean? We thought we knew everything. We thought we could do no wrong. We thought we were like smarter than our parents, all kinds of shit. And sometimes maybe we were, but most of the time we weren't. That's just how it goes. But these girls, let me make it very clear. These girls, these like 22, 21, whatever girls, I don't want to make it seem as if they don't know what they're doing, because they absolutely fucking know what they're doing. And I know that people are going to try to take the blame away from the girl because they're both to blame, but they're going to try to take the blame from the girl, put it only on Dan. And they're going to say, well, he's abusing his power and he's putting them into a position that whatever, they're going to take the blame away. But the truth is that they're both to blame. Dan should not be doing that as the CEO of Twitch. That is fucking terrible. Like, the fact that you're out here live streaming this shit too and putting it out there for it's crazy. And then the girl should not be doing that either, but she knows what she's fucking doing. She absolutely knows what she's doing. She's trying to get ahead. She is trying to get ahead of the curve. That's what she knows what she's doing. So they both know what they're doing. They both know it's a mutually beneficial situation. And the funny thing is that you'll have other girls, which unironically, if Dan Clancy were to get Me Too'd, how much you want to bet that the girls that Me Too Dan Clancy are going to be the ones who are trying to benefit from the relationship with Dan Clancy? They're going to be the ones that utilize Dan Clancy to get ahead in the streaming game. And then once they got everything they got from him, it's going to go from mutually beneficial to, well, he's a creep. He's this, he's that. That's what's going to happen. Now, the good thing for Dan Clancy is that he's fucking old as shit. So chances are by the time it happens, he'll be almost dead anyway. So it doesn't really matter, right? But that's exactly what's going to happen. It's always like, it's like Hollywood or scenes like that are literally just filled with vampires. They're filled with vampires. You got people that will, for all intents and purposes, no pun intended, suck you dry for everything you're worth. And then when you're not worth anything anymore, they will leave you out to hang and blame you for the reason why they sucked you dry. It's like, okay, I guess. I suppose. Anyway, yeah, so Dan Clancy's weird, but it is what it is. It's not illegal. So, and I guarantee they both right now anyway appreciate the relationship. So, Malphite says, imagine this is what gets him fired. Nah. You really think Amazon doesn't know? You really think Amazon does not know what Dan Clancy is doing with the female streamers? Of course they know. They choose to look the other way on top of everything else that's been going on. They look the other way, bro. Come on. They absolutely know. They will protect each other until they literally can't anymore. That's just how it goes. All right, guys, like the stream. We're going to catch up on Super Chats really quick because I think TJEP says we're $40 from Tier 1. Did I read that right? I might have missed it. $48.04 away from Tier 1. Shout out. Let's catch up, and then we're going to move on to the gaming topics, boys. We got some gaming shit to talk about. We got Old Man Cat with a 5. Where are my big booty Latinas? For the Red Boy. Where does a mummy go for vacation? The Dead Sea. You son of a bitch. I'm working on the Latino one. I'm working on it. I'm working on it, man. Come on, I'm working on it. Takes time. Somnus dropping a 10 membership mega bang.
Let's fucking go! It's a membership banger!
Shout out to Somnus. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that. Fucking legendary, bro. 10 membership mega banger. Thank you. Thank you. Guys, we keep getting to that $50 mark. We're running short from the Red Boy. But that's okay. I appreciate whatever you give, whether it's $1, 50, 20, 10, your soul. I'm just kidding. Relax. Fall in order with a 489. Taking my time with Ninja Gaiden 4 because of how fun it is. You do that, bro. You do that. Keep banging it out. Bang it out. Nonstop Dre with a 2. It seems Twitch CEO is the modern Hugh Hefner. Well, yeah, not only that, but again, remember what they did to Hugh Hefner when he died, right? These girls, oh my God, bro. These girls loved Hugh Hefner. They utilized him for all kinds of career opportunities. They loved licking his old balls any chance they got. And the moment he died, oh, forget about it. He's a creep. He took advantage of women, blah, blah, whatever, all kinds of fucking nonsense. Nonsense all the time. Once he died, that was it. They couldn't use him anymore, so they used his legacy to tarnish it and sell a story to a bunch of fucking feminist journalists. They wanted to run him into the ground. His legacy, because they couldn't admit that he had a legacy. They couldn't admit it, that he actually had a legacy. So they wanted to run him into the ground. So I'm not surprised. But they had no problem getting ran into the ground while he was alive. Randall Hess. Randall fucking Hess, bro. Another 10 membership mega banger. That is tier 1.
Let's fucking go! It's a membership banger!
Shout out to Randall Hess. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You absolute legend. Thank you, brother. All right, where are we at? Let's see. Rumble. We got Rumble Deadeye's Luck. What a dollar says no King's protest failed harder than Jasmine Crockett's Ebonics IQ. Holy shit. Yo, Rumble's on like a whole nother fucking wavelength. D Draconic gifting a membership over on Rumble. Thank you, D Draconic. Sir Lloyds with $1 says, I bet Smash JT takes his Tylenol anally. Bro, what the fuck? What? Oh my God, dude. What is happening? What is happening right now? Tylenol anally is fucking crazy, bro. Crazy. Yo, Fluffy. Murder Machine. Holy shit, bro. Fluffy Murder Machine. The absolute legend himself joining in on this insane membership train with a 10 membership mega.
Let's fucking go! It's a membership banger!
Shout out to Fluffy Murder Machine. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that, man. I really do. Thank you, Fluffy. Legendary. All right, boys. Let's move on. Let's get into the topics. This is a crazy membership train, man. Holy shit. Let's get into the topics. Mervoth with it too. Got all 5 Silent Hill F endings today. It was crazy. Bro. Speaking of Silent Hill F and crazy, you want to see Silent Hill F and crazy? Hold on, I got you right now. I got you right now. Let's see. Silent Hill F, right? Look at this shit, boys. I literally went to bed after playing Battlefield 6, right? Me and Sheep were playing Battlefield 6 on Hypnotic Gaming Live. And I specifically told Sheep, I said, my post that is at 180,000 views is going to be at 500,000 by the time I wake up. And when I woke up, it was at 554,000 views. Exactly what I said. And you want to know what it's at now? Almost at 1 million views. 24,000 likes with only 202 comments, which means the vast majority agree with my entire sentiment in this post. That is crazy, bro. The vast majority agree with this post. What did you say to get that? Well, I covered it yesterday, and I'll just give you a synopsis. This gay man, this is the man, this is not a woman. Did he block me? No. This gay man, who apparently is a Silent Hill mega fan, used Hinako as a way to say, I hate men. As a gay man, by the way. No, I'm not monetized on X. I don't get any money from X. Women get treated no differently than animals. Now, obviously, there is context to this. There's context to this, right? But they don't put that because they're responding to Imaru's situation. So they're trying to take Imaru's situation and respond with, I hate men, which is fine because what happened to Imaru is bullshit. You can hate that man, but you didn't say that. You said, I hate men in general, and you're also a man, so you clearly hate yourself. But they used Hinako as a means to do that. But the thing is, you used a picture of Hinako that has massive damage from women. From women. Women did this to Hinako. So it's like, what? So I just called it out and I said, unironically, using a character abused by other women is funny. And then I went into the whole reasons why, and I broke down the post and shit. I don't want to show it because of spoilers, but like women did this to Hinako, And so obviously, the moment you say that, oh, forget about it. Forget about it. The feminists came out in droves. Now, obviously, they were dwarfed, right? The feminists were dwarfed. There's only 202 comments versus 24,000 likes. They got completely dwarfed. They got destroyed in the comments. People are arguing with them. I posted pictures proving it. And then they tried to say that I never played the game. They tried to say that I never played the game. My guy, this is my playlist. This is my playlist. I'm like, what are you talking about? What do you mean I never played the game? That's easily verifiable. Yeah, of course I played the game. That's the reason why I got so annoyed with that post. So anyway, it just kept going on and on and on. Very based. Thank you. Very based. Thank you. Thank you. So anyway, they got destroyed. And this is why these people don't fuck with me that much anymore, because they used to try to put me in with some YouTubers that they like to call grifters, that they like to say don't play video games. But the simple truth is that I play video games every fucking day, 7 days a week, almost without fail. Even when I'm sick, if I'm sick, I'm laying in bed with a Steam Deck. You understand? Like, I'm playing video games every day. You're not winning that argument here. That's not, you're not coming in here with that. You know what I'm saying? So so they don't even try anymore. They don't even bother. But every once in a while, you get ignorant Twitter users who don't know me, so they think they could just use a blanket statement and just be like, "Oh, he doesn't play video games." Really? All right, bro. You got it. I'm gonna let you shadow box your idea of me, because that's really what you're doing. You are fighting your idea of me. You're not actually fighting me. Tiger King says, so they fuck with Smash now? Well, yeah, they fuck with Smash all the time. So anyway, it was a super long post, lots of responses and everything like that. It was a lot of fun. And then eventually I went to bed. Look, even my responses got like 1.4K fucking likes. Holy shit, bro. This is crazy. 3,000 likes. Insane, bro. They're getting cooked. They are getting cooked. But they deserve it. It is what it is. I also saw some other quote tweets on this person. It was hilarious, but I'm not going to bother. Anyway, so that's the context to that. Mervoth and everybody else who was asking in the chat. All right, boys. Let's get into some topics. Really quick. I know we don't care about Ubisoft games too much, but we do. Timebound Howler says, do you get paid from X? Guys, I just answered that like literally 2 minutes ago. I'm not monetized on X. I do not get paid on X. I make $0 on X. Literally $0. If I talk and utilize X, it's because I want to, not because I get paid to. I'm not monetized on X. I used to be, and then I lost monetization in the same month that I gained it because I used an F-word slur meme that old X didn't like. Back when X still had some employees from former Twitter, I got demonetized almost immediately after getting monetized. So I said, okay, fuck it. That's it. You know? That's it. I was arguing with a trans person, and I basically said, you should pipe down Melanie Macward, but I did it with a meme, and that was it. That was it. So I was like, all right, well, I don't need the money from X, so I don't care. It is what it is. Skeg says, yeah, but do you receive income on the site formerly known as Twitter? Man, fuck you, Skeg. Shout out to you, man. All right, boys, listen. Let's talk about this now. Let's talk about this. Why did YouTube demonetize you? They didn't. They did it. YouTube will not demonetize me very easily, if ever. Well, because quite frankly, I'm just too beneficial to them. It is what it is. This particular video game, Avatar, what is it? Avatar Pandora's Frontier bullshit. Oh, Frontiers of Pandora. There you go. Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. This video game was a video game that I was initially interested in checking out. I have the game. It got gifted to me, so thank you guys. I have the game, and I will check it out eventually. I am slightly more interested in checking it out now that apparently they have updated the game with a third-person mode. So a lot of the complaints for this game was that it was first-person only. But now they finally updated the game. In December of this year, is going to have a third-person mode. It looks pretty okay. I'm not going to lie to you. It looks okay. And I know it's a Ubisoft game, so my expectations are like super minimal. But I wanted to show it anyway because, well, you know, we cover it. That's what we do here. So let's check it out. Yeah, I am slightly more interested. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm slightly more interested. I can see, however, if somebody already played the game or if somebody already decided to skip it, I don't think third person is going to bring people to the game. I really don't. I already planned to play the game from the jump. It's just, it's way on my backlog. It's like not even super important right now. But eventually I will get to it, obviously. But having a third person mode should have been in there from the jump, in my opinion, anyway. You know, but it's not going to make the gameplay any better. It's not going to make the story any better. So if those are lacking, then it's still going to be lacking, right? It might make the exploration a little bit more fun. It might make it a little more interesting to run around. But overall, I mean, how old is this game already? Let me check. Hold on. Let me see. Let me check Steam really quick. Avatar. Frontiers of Pandora. This game is not that old. This game came out June 2024, or was that was on Steam? Oh, worldwide. I think that was worldwide. Let me look it up. When did Avatar Frontier of Pandora come out? December 7, 2023. So it came out December 7, 2023 on PlayStation, Xbox, Windows. It doesn't say Steam, though. So I guess Steam got it later, I suppose. June 2024 is when Steam got it, 16 months ago, I guess. Now, this game is selling right now for $69.99. That's insane. Okay. The lowest recorded price is $17.49. This needs to be like $10. This needs to be $10 fucking dollars. Okay. I'm telling you right now, do not buy this game for more than $10. It will be $10. I would guarantee that it'll be $10 this holiday season, probably. Right? Because it's 75% off is the lowest it ever was. So chances are it's probably going to be 80 to 85% off this holiday season. Holy shit, bro. I mean, people are playing it. There's a few people still playing it considering how old it is. I'm sure this is one of those games that must be really fun to explore. But once that tends to, I guess, like taper off, once that tapers off, I think people like they check out. You know, out of curiosity, I mean, I don't know what the final achievement is. I don't know what the final achievement is. Oh, here we go. Well, nope. This is all DLC. Where's the final story? Where's the final fucking story? I'm gonna assume. Oh, right here. Only 11.9% of people completed the game on Steam. 11.9%. It's a little higher than some of the other games, but lower than most bigger games. So, yeah, me either. I am not a fan of DLC achievements. I hate it because that means that the achievement was easier to occur sometime in the past, and you just made it harder for no reason. You know? So, I don't know if it counts for the final trophy though. I have no idea. But regardless, it is what it is. So I wanted to showcase that for people who might have been thinking about playing it or maybe, you know, didn't play it yet. If you find it cheap, go for it. All right, let's get into the next one. Sorry. Let's go. Oh, my God. Let's go into Mike Ybarra throwing shade at Xbox's strategy, which we all know a lot of people don't like, including myself. You know, I've always said when it comes to Xbox, they have lost their entire identity. And maybe that's because Xbox's identity initially was probably Halo and Gears of War. And then once that kind of died, and then they decided to do your toaster is an Xbox too. Once they started doing everything to an Xbox, I really genuinely feel they completely lost their identity. Which it kind of goes hand in hand with the whole Game Pass focus, you know? So seeing other people call this out who are or used to be prominent in the gaming industry, I feel like this is important because you can't see your mom's an Xbox. Nice. You can't lose your identity as a platform that used to have one, right? The PC platform never had an identity because the PC platform was the everything platform, right? It always was. You could do like the opportunities are endless on a PC. So it never had a platform. I never had an identity. But when it came to PlayStation, Nintendo, Xbox, Atari, all these systems, Sega, Dreamcast, all these systems had an identity. And if you lose those, well, I mean, that's that. You might as well just go to PC at that point. So now the ironic thing is that all these studios and all these corporations are, in fact, slowly but surely losing their identity. Slowly but surely. Not PlayStation, not so much. Nintendo, definitely not. But Xbox, 100% is like completely done at this point in terms of an identity. So let's see what Mike Ybarra had to say. He criticized Microsoft's "This is an Xbox" campaign, calling it the wrong move for the Xbox brand. Microsoft's handling of Xbox has been controversial in recent years, and many fans are skeptical of the future, an opinion echoed by Ybarra's comments. Let's scroll down here. Ybarra recently touched on the controversial marketing campaign when responding to a gamer complaining about the recently released ROG Ally using Windows instead of the Xbox OS. The executive explained that the decision makes sense considering the lack of Xbox exclusives. The ex-Blizzard president also claimed that only a moron would continue to make consoles when all games were third-party releases. He also mentioned that "This is an Xbox" was a wrong idea at the wrong time, according to Ybarra, if games don't have a parity between a console and other devices. It simply does not make sense to call these other platforms an Xbox, which could confuse consumers. I agree. If somebody is looking for an Xbox and you say, well, you know, This laptop is an Xbox. This TV is an Xbox. This VR headset, that's an Xbox. You know, this remote control is an Xbox. This cat litter box is an Xbox. Like, it starts to be ridiculous. And then, like, it's almost as if you don't take yourself seriously. So why should everybody else? Why should any customer take your hardware seriously when you don't? Because that's how this comes off. You know? How is Ninja Gaiden not doing Wukong numbers? Oh, we'll see. Let me check. We'll see. I think it's in early access, isn't it? Or did it officially come out? When does Ninja Gaiden 4 come out? Oh, it's available today. Oh, shit. Oh, we're going to check that in a minute. We'll check that. So, again, this is a major issue. Despite Ybarra's criticism, Microsoft seems to be focused on its current strategy of supporting the Windows OS. A recent rumor even pointed out that Microsoft is working on an official Xbox emulation for Windows. If the rumor is correct, this could bring classic Xbox games to the ROG Xbox Ally. Now, there is another rumor that coincides with this, is that apparently they have confirmed, one of the executives have confirmed, let's bring it up. Where is it at? The president has confirmed that they are, in fact, working on next generation hardware. The successors to the Xbox Series X and S are in development. They have officially confirmed it now. Like 100%, no doubt about it. Now, this could change, obviously, but we got to just take what he says right now for what it is. So, you are making next generation consoles. Why? Why? What is the point? Right? What the fuck is the point of that? Why are you going to make next generation consoles when you gave up on this generation and the last one too? The last one wasn't that great either. You're literally wasting your money at this point. Now, I understand that it's Microsoft, so they got all the money in the world. Okay, I get that. I totally get that. But from a business standpoint, what the fuck is the point? Is it just to say that you have one? Right? I agree with Melody Johnson in the chat. It's going to be a cloud gaming box. I would agree that cloud gaming for Xbox's next hardware is going to be the focus. I would agree with that. Digital only with a cloud gaming focus, in my opinion. That's where I think it's going. They're going to focus on that so much that the specs for the system is not going to be that impressive. Because, well, it just has to run it on the cloud. That's it. I really don't like where this is going. I know a lot of people have talked about this. I don't like where this is going. I really don't feel like there's any reason for Microsoft to do this. And at this point, you might as well just give up your identity on the hardware side and focus on making an identity on the digital side, which you already are. You have some interesting studios. You've come out with some interesting games. You know, you even had Expedition 33 come out on Game Pass. That's a big win. I would just focus on that at that point. Forget the fucking hardware. Forget the box. But, yeah, exactly, Denarar. You will own nothing and be happy. Yeah, I know. I know. Your wall is an Xbox? Oh, geez. So, I wanted to discuss this because, again, I don't have an Xbox. Because for me personally, I never saw the value. Maybe I'm the only one. But I never saw the value of an Xbox. Not recently. Not for the last two generations, probably. I never saw the value of an Xbox. PlayStation always had titles that I was more interested in. But for me, PC was the way to go for the last, like, fucking 2 decades plus, easily. So, I never cared. Yeah, I would agree with Violent City. 360 was the last good one. 100%. I agree with you. So, again, no point. I see no point for this other than to not let the other guys get the full market. Because they rather make some money than make no money. Even if they lose money, they rather make some money losing money than making no money and giving the entire market to PlayStation and Nintendo. You know? Black Tailgate says, I'd agree with that since so many Xbox titles are available on PC. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, too. Once they went full third party, that was it. PlayStation is not full third party right now. They still do exclusives for the first year on some of their biggest titles, but that is slowly going away. Once PlayStation goes full third party, I don't know. I mean, why would you not want a PC game at that point? Outside of the price point, obviously. Outside of the cost of entry, which is obviously higher. Yes, that's obvious. You know? In any case, let's X out of this. Like the stream, boys. Like the stream. Let me X out of that. X out of this. X out of the Ubisoft thing. Really fast news for those of you who have been with me for I don't know how long now, talking about the Final Fantasy IX remake that is supposedly in production. Well, now we have a new rumor that apparently is giving bad news for fans. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is not bad news. This is not bad news. If you don't come out with a Final Fantasy IX remake, I'm going to consider that to be good news. Considering what I saw you do with 7, I want you far away from my favorite Final Fantasy ever. But in any case, that's just me. After 4 years of fairly persistent rumors, it seems the alleged in-development Final Fantasy IX remake may be on ice, according to industry insider Nate DeHate. After being asked in a post on X whether he had any news on the remake, he explained that the game was likely put on hold and is currently up in the air whether Square Enix will return to it or not. I'm just gonna say, please don't return to it. You can skip it. Don't worry about it. You can leave it alone. Or better yet, if you want to be lazy, just release a remaster that doesn't change anything. I know you won't do it because when you remaster games, you change things and it's so fucking gay. I already know if you remaster Final Fantasy IX, you're gonna make Quina like officially non-binary. That's what you're gonna do. Because you already have fake fans trying to claim that Quina is non-binary by modern standards, right? Even though a lot of that is based from improper translation through multiple different regions. Some places translated Quina to be male. Some places translated Quina to be female. It is in my opinion that Quina is an asexual male. That's my opinion. Why do I believe that? Well, because Zidane, I don't know if you guys are aware of this. If you played Final Fantasy IX, Zidane had a move that was called, I believe, Protect Women. And it worked on every single female NPC that you could play with in the game. The only female NPC it did not work with was Quina, which led a lot of people to believe that Quina was asexual male. That was the thought process behind it, you know. So that's always been my personal headcanon, and I understand everybody, everybody has different headcanons regarding that, but it never worked on Quina, so I always assumed it was an asexual boy. That's what I always assumed. But obviously it looked like a girl. Like it looked like a fat bitch, right? With an insane tongue that I think Toxin in the chat would love to experience one day. Lenny says Quina can equip female armor. Okay, well, there's that. Really? I don't remember that. That's so interesting. So Quina can equip female armor, but Protect Women did not work on Quina. That's interesting. Very interesting. Denariah says what? Toxic says, sir? Sir? I'm sorry, Toxin. Don't worry about it. We love Toxin here, man. He's a hardcore gooner. We love him, man. So in any case, Quina is your favorite party? No. Hell no. No, my party was always Zidane, Dagger, Steiner, and Vivi. That was my party. Unless I had no choice but to use someone else, it was always Zidane, Dagger, Steiner, Vivi. Because Steiner and Vivi, obviously, they had the combination. And if you really if you level that up and you partner them together properly, that was really good. Dagger for the heals and the summons. And then Zidane for the constant DPS and his trance ability, right? His trance was really strong. So that's the reason why, But obviously I experimented with other characters, but that's who I liked playing with for the most part. So in any case, this may or may not be on ice at this point. And, for me, if they cancel this, I'm not going to cry about it. That's basically it. I'm not going to cry about it. So let's continue. Goated party. Thanks. Amaranth was trash, bro. Amaranth was garbage, bro. And it's so sad because he was one of the most badass looking dudes. And he's literally trash. I'm glad people understand that Amaranth was trash, bro. I'm glad people get that. Because I've been trying to tell one of my friends that for decades and he won't listen to me. He will not listen to me. So anyway. Let's get into the next topic. The internet was destroyed. The internet was destroyed, ladies and gentlemen. TJAP says we're 108 away from tier 2. Thank you, TJAP. The internet was destroyed. So I don't know if you guys realized last night, I found out. But Az says, are you more of a multiplayer or single player guy? So I'm going to say that I'm a genuine like 60-40 single player multiplayer. Like nothing will ever compare to a really, really good single player game, in my opinion. But there is something special about really solid, memorable multiplayer experiences like MMORPGs, for example. I will always have a soft spot for that. So that's why I say 60-40 is where I'm at with that. But there are moments where the multiplayer can overshine the single player and vice versa. So, but I would prefer single player most of the time. All right, let's talk about this. So Amazon Web Services was down. If you guys don't know, Amazon Web Services is a subsidiary of Amazon that basically provides cloud computing and other other services to corporations, and a lot of corporations utilize Amazon Web Services. Amazon has one of the highest ownerships of the internet, if I'm not mistaken, about 30% of the internet, give or take, compared to Google, who has about 20%. Now, some people are saying, was this a targeted attack? According to Amazon, it was not. According to Amazon, this was something wrong with the DNS servers. Something fucked up really bad that basically created a chain event of nonstop fuck-ups that took down pretty much everything that was associated with cloud services in the Eastern Coast. East Coast servers. I think it's called East 1. Amazon Web Services East 1 servers got completely fucking destroyed. Right? At least for a few hours. So like everything was down. Everything was down. It was massively down. To the point where, I mean, all kinds of fucking services were down. I have a post. Hold on, let me see. I have a post on X going over this. So check this out. So on downdetector.com, like everything went down, bro. Like Snapchat, Instructure, AWS itself, Venmo, Instacart, Amazon, Boost Mobile, Reddit, Smartsheet, Robinhood, Fetch, Roblox, Pinterest, Life360, FanDuel, College Board, Amazon Alexa, Navy Federal Credit Union, Webull, Ring Cameras, Apple Music, AT&T, New York Times, Truist, T-Mobile, Dead by Daylight, Microsoft Outlook, Zoom, Adobe Cloud, ClassLink. And there's more. This shit it's crazy because, again, it goes to show how fragile the internet is, where Amazon is so big, right? Amazon is so big that one server, their Eastern server, going down caused the death of like 1/3 of the internet for a few hours. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? This is just an easy reminder that the entire internet is extremely fragile. That we are operating at a constant capacity, that the moment something like this happens, it is massive fuckery, right? And this wasn't even from an attack. Again, supposedly, you got to take their word for it. But this is not even from an attack. This is from a piece of code just launching error after error after error until it basically just completely downed itself. So again, guys, I saw this information when it came out, and I thought to myself, I'm like, damn, bro, can you imagine if there was an attack on all the primary servers of Amazon or and Google? Imagine Amazon and Google. Amazon and Google together own 50% of the internet. Think about that number really quick. Amazon and Google together own 50% of the internet. Right? Let me see if I can pull up that chart. How much of the internet is on AWS? Let's see. I don't know if I can pull up that chart. Let me see. Fuck, I didn't save it, man. How much of the internet is owned by Google and Amazon? Let's see. No, that's a list of the internet companies. I can't find it again. If I find it again, I'll share it with you guys. Oh, what's this? What's this? Total traffic. Over 43% of the internet is consumed by Netflix, Google, Amazon, Facebook, Microsoft, and Apple. Holy shit. Everything else is 57%. Oh my God. That's insanity. That is insanity. I can't even imagine that. All right, let's continue. Let's X out of this. But yeah, so if you were wondering why maybe Alexa wasn't working or whatever wasn't working that you were utilizing, that's why. And it was down for a few hours. Now, some people were not affected, depending on their location. Some people were not affected. Even if you aren't from the East Coast, you might have been affected, depending on what you were trying to access, what company you were trying to utilize. So the hub isn't on that list. You can never have Pornhub go down. If Pornhub goes down, it's over. It's over. It is over. Guys, really quick, if you're an Xbox Game Pass user, I want to remind you, I saw this article and I thought about this. I want to remind you, the reason why I don't like Xbox Game Pass is because I don't like the idea of my games going away from a service, right? In the sense of I pay money for a subscription and then I lose everything when I stop paying money for the subscription. At least with Steam, so long as Steam is alive and, private, because if they go public, who knows what'll happen. I don't lose anything, right? Some of these games are also on a DRM kill switch, where Steam has said if they were to ever go under, they will update Steam with the DRM kill switch, and you'll have access to your games. You could download them before they go under and put them on your computer, kind of like GOG. But again, how are you going to store all those games? Who really knows? But with all that being said, Xbox Game Pass is losing one of its highest rated games on October 31st. Now you're probably thinking, what kind of game is this? Is this a massive game? No, it's not. Xbox Game Pass is losing Monkey Island, one of the highest rated games on October 31st. And it's also losing two other titles from Xbox Game Pass as well on the same day, with more games leaving as well that are going to be announced on the 20th. All this does is remind me that I just don't like the idea of subscription services. I don't like the idea of these games being able to just leave. Somebody is able to just take these games away from you. What if this was your favorite game? What if you love this game so much that you play it every day, and the only way you play it is with Xbox Game Pass? And Xbox decides to say, you know what? We don't want to host that game anymore. Like, what do you do? What do you do? You know what I mean? Now, you could still buy the game, obviously. But then you are having to do something that is counterproductive to the whole thing you're paying for in the first place. If you have to buy the game in order to keep playing it, then you have to sit down and ask yourself, why are you paying for Game Pass? You know what I'm saying? Why are you paying for Game Pass if you have to buy the game? You should have just bought the game from the beginning. Because now they got you twice. They got you for the sub that you're going to keep paying for. And now they know that you're going to go out and buy the game because you don't want to stop playing the game if it's your favorite game. I don't know. I just think it's a little bit wild. But again, I understand Xbox Game Pass has some hardcore backers, and that's perfectly fine. If that's your only way to play, I don't judge you. Have fun. Play the way you want. Play the way that you're able to. Play the way that you can. I've always advocated, if you want to be a gamer and you are a gamer, and the only way you can play video games is XYZ service or a console, do it. I don't care. I don't care. But once you are in a better position, once you're in a better position, just think to yourself whether or not it's worth it to keep paying for that subscription. Similar to other subscriptions too. Do you really need a subscription to 10 different streaming services? Because I know people that have subscriptions to like everything. Do you really need that? Probably not. But people do it anyway. And these companies rely on that. They rely on you subscribing and they're forgetting. That's what they do. So that's really it. You know what I mean? Play the way you want, play the way you can. But the moment you are able to, think about what you're subscribing to and if it's worth it. Let's continue. Let's get into the shit, man. We got so many things. Oh my God. So many things. All right, we're gonna skip this one. Escape from Duck-Off. Let's talk about Escape from Duck-Off really quick, man. I can't wait to play this game. Escape from Duck-Off. Remember I told you guys yesterday that I believe the game sold well past 200,000? Well, they just announced that the game has sold 500,000 copies in the first 3 days on Steam. I haven't checked SteamDB yet to see if the numbers went higher. Let me see. They did. Oh my God. Oh my God. The numbers have gone even higher. Escape from Duck-Off now has 182,509 all-time concurrent players as of 13 hours ago. Holy shit. Bro, people are playing the shit out of this game, and you love to see it. You love to see it, man. These indie games are just completely felting AAA. It's not even funny. And they only have themselves to blame. This is money they're leaving on the table by not trying to create content that people actually want to play. Tiger King says, that's ducking nuts. I see what you did there. Smart one. Smart. Insane numbers. I cannot wait to play this game. If you guys haven't checked out Escape from Duck-Off yet, consider checking it out. It's obviously a pun on Escape from Tarkov, but it's a hilarious looking game, looter shooter style game, where the ducks will literally explode when you kill them into a gory, bloody mess. It's hilarious. This game looks amazing. I gotta play this. I have to play this. I'm gonna speed through this a little bit, guys, because again, I'm so far behind. Let me see. Let me skip this. Microsoft is blaming Asus for the reason why their Xbox ROG Ally X is $1,000. Apparently, according to Microsoft, it was not their decision. It was not their decision to make it $1,000. It was Asus's decision. They said that is all of their insight into the market, and that is the reason why they decided to price it at $1,000. Now, whether or not you think it's worth it or not, that's up to you. But Microsoft, the richest company in the world, is saying that it wasn't them that made the price. It was Asus that made the price. Because you know why? Because people were blaming Microsoft. People were like, Microsoft, what the fuck? Why are you charging $1,000 for this shit? And they, of course, they're gonna be like, no, it's Asus. Asus is the one that did it. Of course. Let's continue. Ninja Gaiden sets a world record. Right? Apparently, Ninja Gaiden has already set a world record thanks to Xbox, helicopters, and a gigantic TV screen. Releasing on today, the newest entry into the Ninja Gaiden franchise is shaping up to be quite the title. Let's watch this video. Check this out.
Yeah.
fucking hate this music so much. Oh my god. No offense to the people that do love this music, but I fucking hate it. I'm immediately turned off from watching the video, but I'm gonna let it play anyway. Look at that, bro. They got a massive. Oh my god. Look at the size of this TV, bro. They're playing Ninja Gaiden on a floating television in the middle of the sky. Fucking massive. Massive. What the fuck is that? Bro, they're literally playing Ninja Gaiden in the sky. That is some next level marketing. I'm not going to lie to you. That is next level marketing. Now, could this be fake? Could this be AI? Probably. But I don't think it is because they set a world record. It got confirmed. It got confirmed. Why would you play a game that way? Because marketing. I don't know. But that's fucking crazy. They played it at nighttime too. Imagine if this shit fell to the ground. Were they over the water? I think they were over the water. Bro, who does this? Who the fuck does this, bro? What city was this? I'm not sure. Let's find out. Hold on. So, let's see. Scroll down. A world record attempt was made for the largest helicopter video game display flown in Miami Beach, Florida. Of course, Florida. With the help of Team Ninja's community manager, Emmanuel Master Rodriguez, and rapper Sway Lee, they played Ninja Gaiden 4 in a helicopter. The 26-foot wide display was being flown by another helicopter piloted by Heli D. It took place 20, whatever the fuck, M squared in the air. Luckily, Guinness World Records bestowed Team Ninja and Xbox with the world record. Oh, it's real. It's real. It's not fake. It's real. Holy shit. That's crazy. That is crazy. Imagine seeing this shit. Imagine seeing this shit. Like you're just out about in Miami and you see this shit just flying around in the sky. Imagine being in Florida just watching this go down. Unbelievable. Now, obviously, I don't think they were actually playing the game. I think this is just a pre-recorded screen, probably. I gotta imagine, especially since at the end they showcase record holder video. So I gotta imagine this is not real gameplay. But still, it's unbelievable. Now, in terms of Ninja Gaiden, let's see how Ninja Gaiden is doing on Steam. Ladies and gentlemen,
Holy shit.
Whoo-wee. Wow. Wow. Another one sacrificed to Game Pass. What a shame. What a shame. Now, the truth of the matter is that I think Ninja Gaiden 4 is going to be one of those games that sells more over time. That's what it's going to do. It's going to sell more over time. It also launched on a weekday. So that's that. Like, we don't have the weekend. But I think that this is going to be one of those games that sells over time. You know, I don't think this is going to be one of those games that sells right ahead. And how much is this game? $70. Lowest recorded price, $20. How? How is that possible? Monday's not the weekend. I know. That's why I said that it's not the weekend. I said it launched on a weekday. It's not the weekend. It's not the weekend. Not even 10K. I know. Wait till the weekend. Well, see, here's the thing, Mr. Cougar. I don't think the weekend multiplier is going to take this and turn it to like 100K. You know what I mean? I think the weekend multiplier at best will probably take it to like 15, 20,000. And that's it. The truth is that this game came out in a year where there were so many AAA games. They were demanding $70 from you. You know? So not only that, it's a franchise that's been relatively quiet. You know, not including the Ninja Gaiden Black remaster that came out recently. I think that, like I told you guys before, when we were talking about Escape from Duck-Off, the $20 price point is the price point. That is the price point where if you put out a good game and you do right by your customers, you're going to be rewarded with money. You know? But Ninja Gaiden 4, $70. I think a lot more people are going to be selective with their money, especially considering that this game is on Game Pass, right? But I do believe that this will be a long-time seller. I think this is going to be a long-time drag seller. They're going to drag it out as much as possible. But just like Call of Duty losing 4+ million copies because it came out on Game Pass, this is going to be another game that is going to obviously get hurt in terms of copies sold because it's on Game Pass. Will it kill the game? I don't know. But it's not going to help it. It's not going to help it, obviously. The game doesn't have microtransactions, I don't think, aside from what, like maybe a pack or so. Does it have DLCs? Let's see. Deluxe Edition and Dark Dragon skin. Okay, so that's basically it, which probably is part of the Deluxe Edition. So that's literally it. Bloodlines 2 comes out this week too, bro. Bloodlines 2 looks so trash. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to say that. But it looks so fucking trash. Like, I saw, oh my God, you know what? I got to bring it up. I know we're pressed for time, but I have to bring up this clip. I saw this clip and literally laughed. Like, cried laughing. That's how hard I laughed. I felt like I was watching Twilight. I feel like I can see the blue-haired female writer that wrote this scene. Just like I could see the blue-haired female writer that wrote Tasha's scene in Dragon Age: The Veilguard. I could see it. Maybe the game's good. I don't know. I'm going to check it out eventually. But I saw this clip and I was like, oh my God. Watch this, boys.
Unsatisfied. The gardener is gone. Your moonflowers are gone. And soon, you too will be gone.
I will never leave you. For you, dear fire, are mine. Mine! My love!
Holy shit.
So, this game obviously is utilizing that very special kind of animation. Where it looks like they're Power Rangers, where they're moving, like every movement is massively exaggerated. But I gotta tell you, when I saw this, I was like, bro, I will play this. But just like Avatar, yeah, that shit's gonna hit the back burner. It's gonna hit the back burner. And maybe it's good. Maybe it's good, but not according to the reviews, it's not. People are trashing this game so hard. So, and then I saw this, I'm like, yeah, you know what? This could wait. This could definitely wait for sure. Bro, the way she bites him. Oh, man. That's rough. That's rough. All right, let's X out of this. But hey, if you're a fan of the series, I'm not going to pretend like I'm a super fan of Vampire the Masquerade because I'm not. It's definitely something that I will check out. But if you're a super fan of Vampire the Masquerade, let us know how it is. Please let us know how it is. All right. Let's get into this, boys. Where are we at? Okay. Let us cover the capitalism story, the main story of the evening. And then we're going to get into the waifu battle, and I have something very special today. Very, very special today, boys. Before we do that, let's catch up on Super Chats. We got Denarier with a $4.99. Once again, the fake gamers are projecting. They don't play games, so they assume everyone doesn't. The funny thing is, F was supposedly a pro-woman game. Well, so it's a pro-woman game. Jurassic Driven says, "Is it the elves?" No, we haven't got a red boy yet. I can't play the elves without a red boy. That's the rules. It's just not a red boy day today. The funny thing is, in Silent Hill F, they claim it's a pro-woman story because the women that treat Hinako terribly, without spoiling anything, the women that treat Hinako terribly, it's not their fault, according to the feminists. It's still a man's fault, basically. So men are the reason why Hinako's getting abused by women, basically. Somehow, some way, right? That's like a very simplified way to explain it. There's way more to it than that, but that's what it is. You know? He says, "Yeah, I know. I watched your gameplay." Yeah, but the thing is, there's context that's missing because I didn't get all the endings, but I know the endings and I know the story, and it's just the way they try to claim Hinako's the victim of men. The funny thing is, the man is the victim of something else as well. So it's like everybody's a victim, men and women in the game, but somehow it's pro women and it's all man's fault. Would you suggest playing Silent Hill F? I would, but I would wait for a sale on that. I wouldn't pay full price for it. Speedy Cake with a 20. Here we go! Mucha lucha, mucha lucha. It's the way of life. Mucha lucha. He says, speaking of interesting games, there is a Futurama mod for Simpsons H&R PS2 game coming soon. Really? A Futurama mod? That sounds interesting. That sounds interesting. Shout out. Got to look into that. I might Google that. Thank you, Speedy Cake. Nonstop with a 2. Xbox without Halo and Gears of War has no brand. Yep, I agree. With a 2, they told you you'll own nothing and be happy. Yep, they sure as fuck did. Girthy Banana with a 5. I have no place to throw bananas, so I'm here to throw bananas. What's up, ninjas? Happy birthday, Hypno. It's literally not my birthday. I'm going to make a channel birthday, and we're going to celebrate that every year. That's what it's going to be. Trey Burke holds a 5. AWS is a cloud container server where you can purchase server space, hence why companies that have nothing to do with Amazon went down. Oh no, 100%. That's what I was explaining. That was what I was explaining. Girthy Banana with a 149 super sticker twice. Thank you. Appreciate that. Dre with a 2. I bought a bunch of games on GOG to own my games. Good move. Good move. Nice one. With a 2, AAA and Quad A are heated, taking another L to indies. Yep. They sure are. Girthy Banana with a 2. Exploding Ducks. Let me grab my hot sauce. You sound like a Trace. Nonstop with a 2. GTA 6 will one up with this 6 helicopters. Oh, they're going to do something stupid, I'm sure. Girthy Banana with a 2. New Backshot Street. Probably playing this right now. Probably. Kaylin for 5 months. Whoa, BJ's World Series. BJ's all around. What the fuck? You guys are insane. Hypnotic Rapture for $1 on Rumble. Legal Mindsets Amazon high-level friend informed him that Jeff Bezos is in a rocket measuring contest with Elon and doesn't care about policing Twitch. Legal consequences need to happen to Amazon and Twitch. Oh, it's only a matter of time, I'm sure. Torinol with a 2. Feminists using the image of an abused woman to further their cause with no interest at all for what actually happened. Typical. Very typical. Abhorrent Soul with a membership. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And we're fully caught up. We are fully caught up. Dorman Sykes says, damn, Side Scrollers has been live all day. What are they doing? They're doing a subathon. So they're streaming for like 120 hours straight, and they're trying to raise as much money as possible. I think they want like $50,000 is their goal or something like that. I don't remember exactly, but I think that was Zirkle. So, okay. Let's get into this, boys. Let's get into this. Let's bring up the anti-capitalist bullshit. Smash JT wanted to join that. I know he did. I know. Smash JT, any chance he has to be part of the in crowd, he will absolutely take it. He will absolutely take it. Just like Kata. Kata took it. Kata literally works for them. So there you go. Well, technically he works with G&G, but you know, they're affiliates, I'm sure. Me, I'm just trying to do my own thing, as I have been for like almost 4 years now. Let's go to video screen. Let's go to the video screen. Here we go. I don't have any ears on, so it's fine. Ty King says, like Dan Clancy. I don't know about like Dan Clancy. Dan Clancy is trying to get in on a certain other crowd. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to get in on the young crowd. Clancy JT is fucking crazy, bro. Tiger King, that's crazy, bro. Oh my God. Oh my God. He said Clancy JT. What the fuck? Anyway. Oh my God. All right. So we're going to cover this article, and it seems as if Game Informer, as I mentioned on the last stream, Game Informer has gone the route after they got rebirthed, right? Because Game Informer died. I'm sure you guys remember Game Informer died. They got shut down by GameStop. Then they were bought out, and now they're back at it again. So it seems like they're here trying to do maximum shilling to get back into the good graces of the industry. And we covered an article where they talked about Ghost of Yote the other day. And now we're doing another one about Outer Worlds 2 and capitalism. I really love when corporations talk about anti-capitalism while trying to sell their game in capitalism. I really do. I really do. I think that is the top tier, like, chef's kiss to absolute virtue signal nonsense. So let me drink some water and then we're going to get into it. Hold on. All right, let's get into it, boys. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So the Outer Worlds 2 and capitalism. If that didn't attract your attention, I really don't know what will. Outer Worlds 2 and Obsidian Entertainment as a whole is a company that loves to talk about being anti-capitalism, right? It's a thing. It's a story element that has been around since the first Outer Worlds, but apparently they're going to be really pushing it in the Outer Worlds 2. Now, we have an article here from Game Informer, and this particular article is an article that follows up the Yote article that we all saw was complete nonsense, right? It was meant to just basically paint Yote, a.k.a. Ghost of Antifa, in the best light that it possibly can. Well, now they're doing it with Outer Worlds 2 since that game is getting ready to release as well. It says Outer Worlds 2 and capitalism. People who have power tend to abuse the people who don't. Now, I want to remind people, okay? This is a video game that's being pushed by a major corporation that is backed by one of the biggest and the richest company in the world through capitalism. And they're trying to push this nonsense about being anti-capitalist while literally being funded by the biggest capitalistic corporation in the world. Make that make sense, right? When the Outer Worlds launched back in 2019, it features humorous but often sharp writing highlighting the pitfalls of capitalistic ideals and the way markets interact with leaders in power. The Outer Worlds 2 promises even more of that, with a new governing trio fighting for control of the colony of Arcadia and your Earth Directorate hero somehow in the center of it all. So this is confirmation that Outer Worlds 2 is going to have even more social messaging than the first one did, right? And I know a lot of people weren't exactly super fans of Outer Worlds, the first one. Me, myself, I thought it was very mid. I didn't think it was bad. I didn't think it was good. I kind of thought it was just literally right in the middle. And I have zero excitement for Outer Worlds 2. It's one of those games that I'll play eventually when it's on my backlog or whatever. But for me, I really don't care. But considering that they're promising to bring even more social messaging that we know that the current people that are working at Obsidian are not going to be able to properly portray without being over ham-fisted with it, I'm not exactly super excited to dive into this, but regardless, we're going to talk about it. With The Outer World 2 launching on October 29th, or as early as Thursday if you buy the more expensive premium edition, notice how they mentioned that? Like, hey guys, buy the premium edition. You know you want it. We spoke to developer Obsidian Entertainment to learn more about how the team tackled its second bout with spacefaring capitalism and whether or not real life plays a role in how it crafts its messages. Oh, this is going to be good. Unfortunately, those things haven't fixed themselves. I'm shocked, creative director Leonard Boyarsky sarcastically told Game Informer when asked about capitalism's role in The Outer Worlds 2. These are kind of unfortunately timeless themes that we have to deal with, and we kind of always deal with in our games. We've always been involved in themes of power and balance, and it has to do with people having power and what they're going to do with that power. And it's generally not good for people that don't have power, whether it's the protectorate, who is full authoritarian and makes no bones about being a complete dictatorship, or it's Auntie's Choice, which is trying to find this better way of spinning things so you feel like you're working for yourself, but you're still basically just helping them out. Guys, again, I want to remind you, this is a massive capitalistic corporation that is funded by Microsoft, the richest company in the world, talking about how bad capitalism is, while also trying to sell you their video game in a capitalistic society all throughout the world. Just make that make sense, right? I don't get what they're... I don't understand this, right? I can understand if you want to talk about the issues that capitalism has, but when you want to sit up here and be like, oh my God, I'm so shocked that none of this has been fixed yet, basically trying to say that capitalism doesn't work, my guy, it clearly does. Look at the company you work for. Anyway, when asked whether The Outer Worlds 2 reflects changes in capitalistic thought in the 6 years since the launch of the first game, Boyarsky says that Obsidian doesn't try to be that timely. These are universal themes, and if we time it too close to something going on in the world at a specific time, it gets very dated quickly, he adds. And again, unfortunately, the bigger themes don't seem to change all that much from recorded history to now. People who have power tend to abuse the people that don't. Though Obsidian says the real-world acquisition it went through, joining Microsoft and Xbox Game Studios had no effect on the messaging within Outer Worlds 2. Curiously, Moonman fronted Spacer's Choice and Auntie Cleo's have merged in this sequel to create Auntie's Choice. This new organization represents the merchants of the game's trio of power, which consists of the aforementioned Auntie's Choice, the Monarchy, and the Church, which is the Order of the Ascendant. Now, again, guys, the fact that they have major corporations joining together inside of their own game, basically mimicking what happened to their own studio by merging with Xbox and Microsoft, I find that to be absolutely hilarious. I really do. And it goes to show that you could push this whole nonsense about being anti-capitalist, but at the end of the day, you guys partake in capitalism every single day. You don't want to do capitalism? Don't sell a game. You give it away for free. You're socialist, right? Give it away. Give it away. Give it away. Give it away. Give it all away. If you're a communist, give it away equally to everybody. Give it all away. Let's see you do that. Why are you not doing that? Why are we not doing that? Boyarsky says that the idea of this merger actually happened relatively early in the sequel's development. Two narrative designers who worked in the first game, Boyarsky notes that they aren't at the company anymore, unfortunately, came up with the idea of merging Spacer's Choice and Auntie's Cleo. I wonder why these people are not working for the company anymore. It was a natural way to go, he says, to put them together. It made the most sense. They were the ones out of everybody in all the corporations in the colony. They were the ones who seemed to have the most presence. Putting them together was a no-brainer. He and game director Brandon Adler teased that players will be able to have to see how Auntie's Choice handles its roles in a trio of power in The Outer Worlds 2 when it launches. Now, it says Game Informer's cover story for The Outer Worlds 2 is available to read right now if you're a subscriber. Oh, is that capitalism? Are you trying to sell your paper to people and get people to subscribe and pay you money? What irony. This is ironic that in a fucking article about anti-capitalism, you are pushing capitalism. This is like, what are we do? What are we talking about here? Why are we even? Oh my God, man, this shit blows my mind. This is amazing. Anyway, so yeah, if you want to go pay them money to read more, I suppose you can. But that's where it's at. Now, again, guys, for me personally, let me make this very clear. Outer Worlds 2, I haven't been excited for. When I first saw it, like the first trailer, I was like, oh, Okay, that looks like a slight improvement. Let's see what they're cooking up with this. And then as I slowly but surely started to learn about the game, I realized that it's not actually anything that I would be remotely interested in anytime soon. You know, Obsidian Entertainment, we saw what they did with Avowed, right? And I feel like Avowed was such a massive letdown for a lot of people. You had people that were genuinely interested in Avowed. Yeah, people that were looking at it to be a Skyrim competitor. That's how big it was supposed to be. And then obviously the whole thing would happen with the art director, where he was going after Elon Musk and the pronoun nonsense and how he said, you know, can't wait to show you what else I got in store to piss you gamers off and to piss off Elon Musk and to make you guys mad. That was my mission. Mission complete. I'm like, okay, that's amazing. Notice how a lot of these developers are very quiet now. They don't really say anything anymore because of what happened with the art director and Avowed. Now they're trying to stay as quiet as possible because they're trying to minimize the backlash that they get before the game even comes out. But here's the thing, guys. Obsidian Entertainment as a company has made it very clear where they stand. They made it very clear with how their games are going to be made and the stories they're going to put into their games. Nobody's saying you can't do politics in a video game, but if you're going to do it, make it make sense and make it good for the actual world that you're crafting. You could do politics in video games and make it very interesting. You could do politics in video games and make it very fun. But what you're not doing is politics. You're doing messaging. You're doing virtue signaling. It is not fun. It is not interesting. And quite frankly, it's fucking boring. And I think that's where a lot of people are going to fall when it comes to Outer Worlds 2. I think people are going to pick up Outer Worlds 2. I don't know who who would pay full price for Outer Worlds outside of streamers. I don't know, because these games are going to go on sale almost immediately. So if you pay full price for this game, you're basically just throwing money away. Or maybe you're a massive fan of Outer Worlds, and that's okay. If you're a fan of Outer Worlds, go for it. You know, do what you got to do. But me personally, I look at this game and I think to myself, I can't see how they're going to massively improve this game from the first one. And considering that the story elements of Avowed were so lackluster, so boring, so bad, I got to imagine this studio that was working alongside the developers who made Avowed, they are going to write this game very similar. They're going to write this game just as bad. They're going to write it just as uninteresting as Avowed was. And that in and of itself is going to check me out. It can have all the nice stuff in the world. It can play just like the first one and all that great stuff, even though the first one wasn't that great. It was kind of buggy too, to be honest with you. These games are now, not only are they bad now, they're very janky. I don't know if you guys noticed, but in Avowed, it was so fucking bugged. It was ridiculous. So janky. And then the director told the players that they should expect jankiness with their game. I'm like, what the fuck? Are you serious right now? So again, guys, people remember Obsidian Entertainment obviously because of New Vegas, and that's fine and everything. But the people who did New Vegas, they're just not around anymore. All right, they're few and far between, and unfortunately, you know, you kind of have to let it go. You have to realize that those developers are it's people who make games, right? It's not studios. Studios don't make games. People make games, and if the people left the studio, well, the game that you're looking for is not going to be made. So you guys let me know in the comments down below. What do you think about this entire situation with anti-capitalism in a game that's being sold by a capitalistic corporation? Let me know what you think about Obsidian Entertainment in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. And if you enjoyed it, consider hitting that like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Anti-capitalism. But you want to buy my $70 game or subscribe to my my website to read my articles. It's amazing. What's up, Sonia? Fluffy Murder Machine, The Legend with a 5 here in Canada. Silent Hill F is oh my god, $93.49 on Steam and $68.79 on GOG. Oh my god, bro. Fluffy, that is crazy, bro. Speedy Cake with a 10. Any chance we could get the Kaiju Kaya versus Mech Hassan prompted after the waifu battle today? Not today, but you know what? Hold on. I'm going to try to do it quickly in between prepping for the waifu battle. I'll do it during the waifu battle. That's what I'll do. And then after, yeah, I'll do it. I got you, Speedy. You donate to the channel a lot. You help us out a lot. I'll do it. Just give me a minute. All right, boys. Again, if you're not going to stick around for the waifu battle, I appreciate you. We are almost at tier 2. We're very close. No red boys today, which means no elf girls, unfortunately. So we'll have to save that clip for, I guess, for another time. Let's get into the waifu battle. Thank you guys who who are going to be leaving. I appreciate you. Join us, obviously, for the next Hypnocast. You guys know the deal. And come hang out on Hypnotic Gaming Live, where I fucking raged my mind off today about Tormented Souls. If you missed it, you should go watch it. You might have a laugh or two. Just get to the point where I die, and you'll realize exactly what I'm talking about. In the meantime, let's get into the waifu battle, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see how far we can get. Here we go. Waifu battle is here. Now, if you guys missed the last waifu battle, yet again, boys, yet again, we have an unbelievable upset. Unbelievable upset. Not really, because she got fucking destroyed. Let's be real, okay? Jinx stood no chance against Vampirella. I tried. Everybody killed her, and this is like the first ever banned waifu in the waifu battle. Jinx will never be making a return ever. So I'm sorry if you guys are Jinx fans, but she is dead and never coming back into the waifu battle. I've placed her in the banned folder that I made. So there's that. But on the flip side, Vampirella, on the other hand, is still the waifu battle champion. Let me bring her up really quick. There you go. Shout out. Now, before we bring out the challenger, let's go over the rules of engagement in the waifu battle. Rule number 1. All super chats during the waifu battle can and will count to a particular waifu, but the only way that it's going to count is if you put the name of the waifu in the super chat first. You got to put the name first. If you do not put the name of the waifu in the super chat first, then it will not count. It doesn't matter how big they are. If you super chat after the fact and you put the name of the waifu you forgot to put the first time first, then I will make it count. Rule number 2. You can vote for any waifu regardless of who's on the screen. It doesn't matter. You can vote for the champion, who is Vampirella, or you can vote for the challenger, who you're about to find out. It does not matter who's on screen at the time. Last but not least, after the second waifu comes off screen, I'm going to do a 30-second countdown. After that 30-second countdown, no more super chats are going to count. It doesn't matter how big they are. The last super chat that shows up on the... What? Holy shit, guys. I just tried uploading a clip, a screenshot of Hassan Piker, right, to the AI so that the AI can make a video clip from the picture. And you know what it told me? It said, this violates our policies. We do not allow the uploading of prominent figures into this AI, basically. Holy shit. Anyway, you have to use Sora. I don't have Sora. You have to be invited to Sora. I don't have Sora. So, anyway, what was I saying? The last super chat that shows on my screen is going to be the one that counts. So please, if you are going to vote early and vote hard, ladies and gentlemen. Do we understand the rules? We don't understand the rules. Stop lying to me. Stop lying to me. All right, boys. This particular waifu, I think, is going to be a little bit better. Okay, I think it's going to be a little bit better. I think there might be some people who maybe remember. Maybe they remember her, right? Maybe they remember her. Maybe they don't. Who knows? But regardless, she's no Jinx. And that's a good thing. All right, boys. The challenger that is going to go up, that's not a... Trashy Drift says red banger, bring the elves. That's not a red banger, bro. Trashy Drift, that's not a red banger. The challenger is going to go up against the one and the only Vampirella. Is none other than the one and the only Gene from Suikoden, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start the clock and let's see who is going to win. Is it going to be Vampirella? Or is it going to be Jean from the Suikoden series, boys. Let's find out. What is it gonna be? It's not a panda. No, it's not a panda. It's not a panda. It is not a panda. It is not a Clippy waifu. Sorry. Not a Clippy waifu. Let's find out. Let's find out. In the meantime, I'm going to... Yamato says, I bet you 70% don't know who Jean is. Well, I guess they don't play Suikoden then, probably. I suppose. It's not a pumpkin. Nope. Not a Clippy. Not a pumpkin. None of that stuff. None of that stuff. And if you don't know who Jean is, why don't you just vote for the amazing waifu you see on screen? How about that? How about that? She's come on, boy. Seriously? Pandanatic says if I squint, she looks like a panda. Nice. Makes sense. Really quick. The Legend Speedy Cake with a $50 mega banger says Vampirella with a tongue emoji. Right off the start, bro. We are not even like... We are not even going. It's crazy. People are like, who's this? Who's this? Who's this? And then you guys wonder why in the past I would utilize the same waifus, the same like 40 waifus. Baltiwo says Hypno picking randoms again. Yes, we need to give other waifus opportunities. You want to have the same 30 waifus? Because then you're going to complain about that too. People literally complained when I kept bringing the same waifus. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna bring random waifus. Let's see. And then it's like, Wilson Joy says Bleach waifus. I have brought Bleach waifus like 3 times each waifu, sometimes more. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. You bring randoms to give them a chance, nobody votes. You bring people who are always around, people vote, but then they complain about it. It's like, what the fuck? Rankaku? Yes, I brought Rankaku in the waifu battle multiple times. Multiple times. Yoriichi, multiple times. Multiple times. It's supposed to be, who do you think is the hottest waifu? Or the most interesting waifu? Not who do you think is the most popular waifu. Like, this is not waifu popular contest. This is the waifu battle. 2 hot bitches fighting it out. But it's fine. I'll keep bringing the same waifus every week. Don't worry about it. We'll go back to what it was. Mr. Melancholy 2 says Jean and then Bricked. Shout out. Alucard with a 2 says Vampirella. She'll always rule the night. Unfortunately, it seems that way. Pandanotic with a 2 says Panda. Makes sense. Randall Hess with a 5 says Jean. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you. Torino with a 5 says Hypno the Great Pumpkin. Neat. How we can have the no rule contest. Come on, man. Come on. We got Tuber Spouts with a 2 says Jean. Thank you. Secret Final Boss with a 5 says Jean. Melody Johnson, Sonia Lissette, and every woman whose social security number begins with 4. Yo, that's crazy. That is crazy. Every social security number that starts with 4 is a wild joke. I like that. I like that. All right, boys, time to bring up the current waifu battle champion who's going to be around forever. None other than Vampirella, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start the clock and let's see who is going to win. Is it going to be the well-known Vampirella or is it going to be the apparently unknown Jean? Let's figure it out, boys. Let's figure it out. Vote, and in the meantime, I'm going to try to figure out the AI while I read more of the votes that come in. That's crazy. I can't use Hassan Piker's picture. That is insanity. Let me try a different picture, maybe. Let's see. Let's see. Will that work? Let's see. Yeah, that's insane. All right, so let's do jeez, man. Vampirella's going down today? I don't think so. Mr. Melancholy with a 2. Jean, thumbs up. Bricked. What game is she from again? Suikoden. Suikoden. Look it up. I'm gonna try to prompt this AI. Create a mecha battle between a human Hassan Piker looking mech and a robotic mech dog who is very furry with a shock collar on. Have them battle. I don't know if this is gonna work. I don't know if this is gonna work. We'll find out. Deadeye's Lock with $1 says Gene over on Rumble. Shout out. Mods, let me know how far we are from tier 2. Looks like we might lose it because of bringing Gene. 2294 from tier 2. Thank you, T-Jap. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Joel says, everyone, let's go for Gene. Take down Vampirella. They're not going to do it, bro. It's a popularity contest. They're only going to vote for the people they know. So we're gonna stick to just popular waifus now. No more unknown or not as known waifus anymore. Only the same like 30 popular waifus. It'll be a constant rotation. One a day for 30 days a month. So every month we should have all the waifus selected. That's what we'll do. We need to spam Suikoden waifus like Vicky or Rita. No, we don't. No, we do not. That is a bad idea. That's a crazy sounding prompt. I don't think it's going to work out properly, but I guess we'll see. We'll find out. It did prompt, but it didn't prompt the way I wanted. Let me try to fix it. We got Denerai with a 10. Gene, just because I'm biased. I'm biased vegan. Still prefer the me at lovers. That's crazy, bro. Dark Obsidian with a 1909 says, Gene, I hope your game stream today doesn't get demonetized. I was at work when I saw the tits. Yeah. Even if it does, it's fine. Alucard with a 5. Vampirella, best waifu in the business. Thank you, Alucard. And then Toxin with a 269. Gene, I don't want to see the same 5 waifus. Let's fucking go. Looks like it's going to have to be that way. But I appreciate you trying, Toxin. And apparently that is tier 2. We just barely scraped by. Thank you guys so much for helping us get there. Greatly appreciate it. So the final countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Holy shit, boys. Oh my God. Did that just happen? Did that just happen? Oh my God, bro. Wow. This was insane trolling. Insane trolling. Twisted Master with a 10 says Vampirella. He felt very safe. Thank you, Twisted Master. BioT Wolf 19 with a $100 Red Boy Hyperbanger. Gene, if you only get a new waifu in now, give me the elf. You never did. Io or Trish. Stunner. I will play it for you. I will play it for you. Give me a second. Sonia even got in on this at a $20 banger. Says Vampirella is hella hot. Oh, I know she's mad. I just know she's mad. She's definitely throwing a slipper right now. Randall Hess with a 5 says Gene. Thank you, Randall. Then Dr. Spike with a $100 Red Boy Hyperbanger says Gene with the brick emoji. Massive level of trolling. Holy shit, the Vampirella fans were super comfortable. And they're going to be very upset. They're going to vote against Gene tomorrow. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. And then Democulus with a 10 on Rumble says, Gene, people need to learn more waifus. I agree. I don't want to use the same waifus over and over. But I feel like that kind of leaves me no choice. All right, boys. For Biotee Wolf and Dr. Spike for the Red Boy Hyperbangers. While the mods count, and I put the belt on a new girl, because I'm assuming she won, we are going to play the new Elf clip. You guys ready? Maybe this will wake people up. You guys ready? Are you ready? We had to wait all the way to the end of the night. You know, the people who were here early in the stream, the 150 gays that left us because they don't stick around for the waifu battle, they're not going to be able to see it. They're not going to be able to see it. That's a shame. That's a fucking shame.
All right, boys, we got another Red Boy Hyperbanger. Let's bring the ladies in.
Shout out to Dr. Spike and Biotee Wolf. You know what? Hey, Dr. Spike, I'll give you another clip. Dr. Spike, if you're still here, I'll give you another clip, man. I'll give you another clip because we got 2 red boys. That's 2 clips. What do you want to see? If you want to see the same thing, I don't care. We can see the same thing. You want to see something different? Let me know. Let me know, man. Whatever you want. We got. Hold on. Oh, shit. The numbers are in, boys. The numbers are in. Dr. Spice says different. Pick one. Look at the goal. Look at the goal at the top left of the chat and pick one. Japanese goth girls, blondes, or gingers. If you don't want elf girls, pick one. The numbers are in. They're in. We got Gene at a trollish and beautiful $268.07. Unbelievable. Against Vampirella at $69.54. Wow. Really comfortable. They really thought, honestly, I was there too. I thought they had it in the bag. I thought they had it in the bag for sure. Especially with the way people were complaining. I was like, yep, they got it in the bag. But apparently they didn't. And you know what? Even if Gene loses tomorrow, who fucking cares? Because she took down Vampirella. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner and the new Waifu Battle Champion is none other than the one and the only Gene. Ladies and gentlemen, go learn about her. Go learn about her. We're gonna play the Blondes clip for Dr. Spike. That's the one he wants after this. After this, boys. Sonya's coping. Oh, she's coping. She is coping. She is coping. Coping and seething.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
And that's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. For the waifu battle, Jean's going to go backstage, but she will face off against another waifu tomorrow. Hypnocast, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Do not miss it. Do not miss it. All right, boys, listen. Shout out to all you guys. Let's catch up on the last couple of super chats. That we're going to play the blonde clip. Alucard with it too. I'm going to sick Buffy on you, Spike. Yo, leave Spike alone, man. Leave Spike alone. Shout out to Alucard. Dark Up City with a 1999 banger says you should do a McDuggan's Red Boy banger as well. Bro, nobody would vote. Nope, nobody would give a Red Boy ever again. Just out of fear. Just out of fear.
Mucha lucha, mucha lucha. It's the way of life. Mucha lucha.
Seriously, just out of fear. Alucard with it too. I'm going to send Buffy after you, Spike, again. He's so mad he super chatted it twice. Twice. Yeah, that's crazy. All right, boys. We are fully caught up on everything. Thank you guys so much for the insane support tonight. I truly appreciate it. It was a fantastic stream. Lots of fun. I missed a couple of topics, but that's okay. Most of them were pretty small topics. We got through the majority of them. So hope you guys had a great time. Stay to the end for the raid. We're going to play Blondes on the way out. So make sure you guys stick around for that. Thank you, everybody who liked the stream, comment, to spam the chat, super chat, gifted memberships. I appreciate it. And shout out to the Hypno Mods for doing what they do every single day. I appreciate you as well. I am out. Oh, you want to see? Hold on really quick. The Hassan clip. The Hassan clip is not, it's not great. But it prompted something. It prompted something. Hold on. This is what it prompted when I put it in there. Hold on. And keep in mind, I can't use this picture because, well, I mean, they're gay. So what can I say? That's actually pretty accurate. That's pretty accurate. He does beat his dog. Allegedly. I'll make it better. I'll play around with the AI and try to figure out how I can make Mecha Hassan versus his dog into a thing. So we'll figure it out. All right, boys. Sincerely, thank you guys so much for everything. And shout out to the Hypno Mods for doing what they do every single day, including Sonia, who's losing her mind right now. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Dr. Spike, this one's for you, man. Enjoy some Blondes. Go be bigots and go be gooners. Bye.
Oh my god. It's a fucking Red Boy hyper banger.
We fucking love Red Boy hyper bangers. Thank you, Bigot Army.
got news for you. That means you
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Her dog, or her cat, was named Vagina. Vagina.
Put a ticket in, make her gay. Fucking yeah, don't put a ticket in, make her name is gay. Fuck baby, yeah, put a ticket in, make her gay. It means put a chicken in it, weenie, and make her fucking gay. Fucking pronouns! Fucking pronouns! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day California shit! Cause it's all we fucking know! Cause we're boring! We're so fucking boring! Twitter hole! Twitter hole! Get it right!
At the touch of the black man, I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life.